You can follow us on Twitter and tweet us your messages and opinions, send photos of your designs and enter our Wall of Fame competition. Or if you need any help or advice, you can email our friendly help team. Make sure to get involved and stay up to date with Jewellery Maker.
Welcome everybody, hello all to Jewellery Maker. If you haven't met me before, it's really nice to meet you. You've probably not met me because I don't tend to do that many late shows. My name is Rebecca Redican, but do feel free to call me Becky. It's wonderful to be with you this evening. If we haven't met before, I'm a creative, just like a lot of you will be. What else? I'm clumsy. Yeah, I love jewellery making and other crafts, and I'm really happy today because I'm joined by a lady who I feel like I haven't worked with in absolutely ages. You know how time flies though, but I feel like I haven't worked with her in absolutely ages. And actually, this lady was present with me when I first got the job here. I was so nervous in that first sort of practice on air. We weren't even live, we weren't even on air. We weren't even on screen at all. We were just practicing sort of in front of a camera. And I was so nervous that she had to write her name down for me because I forgot it within 30 seconds. Today I am joined by the wonderful Debbie Bulford.
Hello.
Don't even need it writing down anymore, Debbie Bulford.
No, I know, you remember me now.
How are you, Debbie babe?
I'm very well, thank you.
What have we been up to, please? What have you been doing?
Oh, lots of things really at home, just bits. Well, nothing but Jewellery Maker actually, thinking about it. My life is Jewellery Maker. No, just making kits up and enjoying them too.
Kits and enjoying things. How is your new year going so far? Did you set yourself a New Year's resolution?
To try and conquer wire work. And I'm going to go. I'm getting there. I'm trying to do a weave a week.
Oh, that's a weave a week. That is a great New Year's resolution or way to progress, and it's going well.
Yes, okay so far. Yeah.
Good.
We'll see.
When I asked you that, then I thought she made a New Year's resolution, but she's forgotten. And
no,
you hadn't.
No.
Very good. I hope all your New Year's resolutions are going well. Mine was to do a new course every month. So I've done my watercolouring course.
Yeah.
That finished. I did 5 weeks of that. Nailed that one out of the park. Me and my paintbrush, we're like one now. We're like one. Do you need a piece of fruit painting? I'm there as long as it's an apple. But yeah, I haven't even lined up my one for March, so I've really got to get onto this. Really got to get onto it. Anyway, it's lovely to see all of you. You may well have noted this behind me, miss it, miss out. Now, what does that mean? Well, tonight we have managed to squirrel. Ooh, I didn't mean to do that. The accidental R roll, that was nice. I managed to squirrel away some beautiful pieces for you, but it's meaning that we've got less than 50 of every single one of the main piece I'm going to show you in this section. So we're going to get started. I have less than 50 of this, which is unsurprising because, ladies and gentlemen, it's one of the top 10 rarest gemstones in the world. Tanzanite. This tanzanite is exceptional. Now, I'm sure we all know about tanzanite, don't we? Long story short, it was a gemstone found completely and absolutely by accident. Basically, a troupe or a group of gem collectors went out looking for a gemstone. They went out looking for a specific gemstone in a new place they hadn't been to before in Tanzania, very close to the foothills of Mount Kilimanjaro. And what happened was essentially they had an issue with their transport. Basically, they had a driver, similar to a taxi driver, who basically said, look, I know you want to go further, but I'm not taking you further. I don't know this road very well. I don't know if it's dangerous or not. I'm just going to drop you off here. So they dropped him off in the middle of nowhere and they started mining and they just thought, right, we'll get a lift to there in a few days' time. We may as well start mining here. And they found a brand new gemstone, one of the rarest gemstones in the world. And the quality of this is exceptional because look, you've got that really dainty backlash of the purple. So you don't just get a blue, you don't just get that blue hue. You've almost got a lilac to this, haven't you? And that's what you're looking for in great quality tanzanite. And that is absolutely what you've got here at £29.95. Bearing in mind, this is paired with your sterling silver. I've got 6 of these left. This is what it's going to be like tonight. If you're looking for a midweek kind of, oh, let's chill out and relax. This is not the way it's going to be today. You're ready for this? Okay. I didn't expect that. Half price. Tanzanite with sterling silver. That makes no sense to me. Do you know what? I love the deals we do here, and sometimes as a presenter, I understand why we do these discounts and deals. I understand sometimes if the quality is not quite on point, if it's not quite the pinnacle of quality, I understand it. But 50% off for quality like this is mind-boggling to me. If it's mind-boggling to you, get yourself on those phone lines as well. 3 of these left for you. That's it. I need to let you know I've got 3 in baskets now, and there are people on the phone lines at 50% off, ladies and gentlemen. These are the types of deals we're doing, and I've got to say a lot of the prices we're going to be doing tonight, we've only been allowed to do discounts like this because of the lack of quantity we've got. That's it, we've got low quantity, so we're getting rid of space. 2 of them left, 2 in baskets, so it's fastest finger first because there are people on the phone lines. Well done to everyone, what a treat. Okay, next up, I'm bringing to you I've got to remember which side I put this on, the kind of statement black gem, a lot of us would say. This gemstone right here is absolutely notable. You probably hear the kind of presenters talk about this constantly and kind of comparing it to diamond. And why do we do that? Because it seems strange, doesn't it? It's not a diamond. Why do we compare it all the time? Well, number of reasons. One of the reasons is the structure is exactly the same as that of a diamond. When I talk about the structure, I'm talking about the makeup in the sense of how it's built almost. Think of a house made out of a type of building brick. You know the one I mean? Yeah, films have been made about it. Yeah, you know what I mean? Think about 2 houses being built in the exact same way. You know, like the way they should be built, not the way you used to build them as when you were 6 and you used to just stack them on top of each other and then you wondered why your house fell down when you try and put a door in. You know, the proper way. Imagine it like that. It's the building blocks are exactly the same. But for me, I can be honest and say I prefer this to most black diamonds I've seen. Why? Because you get a better luster. You get a better shine. I mean, look at that. You get less blemishes upon it because it is a softer gem, and therefore when we polish it up, it gets this high shine, and you're not used to seeing that with a diamond. Ladies and gentlemen, for your black spinel, your price point today, can I just say, at that price point, when I brought it to you, that price point straight away, first off, I was over the moon. But today, for you, we are knocking it down in price. Like I said, though, it's because we're in low stock. And can I just make this to you as well? Look at the amount you're getting. It's absolutely mammoth. 6 of these left available for you, ladies and gentlemen. This is so special because, first off, you're getting loads of it. Second off, look at the versatility. I'm going round from this. Oh, that's so dainty. That's so cute. They're so pretty at the end. 4x2. Oh, so nice for the likes of a little earring. Or if I don't really want to stand out too much in the crowd, going all the way to the middle in these huge 9x2 pieces for hay. Look at me. Here I am. Necklace piece. They're just perfect for me. Versatility is absolutely key. And it's things like this, it's strands like this, that mean you don't have to buy 2 different strands. I don't have to buy a cutesy dainty strand and then a big bold strand. I've got it all here in one strand. So for me, it's like you're getting 2, if not 3, due to the graduation, different strands for the price of 1. And at that price point, I am not surprised we've only got 3 left. It is totally natural as well. Not dyed at all. Totally and absolutely natural for you today. Well done. Last 3 of those available. I'm moving on. And I'm bringing you this. This is extremely low stock. I need to forewarn you. I'm just going to say pearls, and I'm going to say quality, and you instantly have an idea of what I'm talking about in mind, okay? This, ladies and gentlemen, is one of the most expensive varieties of pearls. Bear in mind, it's not the same as the likes of, basically when we talk about keshi, what am I talking about? I'm talking about the shape, but I'm also talking about the makeup of these. This is 100% nacre. Nacre is the expensive bit of the pearl. It's the bit of the pearl that gives it all of its luster, all of its look. It's the bit of the pearl that when we're working with rounds, you might get a really large nucleus within there, i.e. a bit of shell. You could, if you wanted to, put a perfect 8mm round shell pearl in the middle of an oyster, in the middle of a mollusk, and then you could leave it for a couple of months and it could be a 10mm round. But realistically, if we're all honest with each other, it's actually only 2mm of nacre. This is pure nacre. 24.95 pence for the prime, the premium, the expensive bit of the pearl that we all strive for. I'm rolling that down for you today though, because do you know what? These are one of my favourite types of pearls ever. £17.95. You haven't got shell in the middle of this, which is shell with a bit of pearl over the top. It's just pearl, pearl, pearl. It's extreme luxury. And can you get more luxury than the champagne? Possibly not. Well done to every single one of you who's come through and got all those treats from me. I just need to let you know that we're going to have more deals like this today. We're going to have more miss it, miss out. So we are going to go straight into the kit now, which I'm really excited. But if you want to be kept on your toes and you want some last minute deals that maybe you missed out on because we're low in stock, you've got the opportunity to do so today. So really do not miss it at all. I've got a kit here for you, which is something that we send off to the guest designers to work with, to play with, and then we get a great demonstration with it as well. What did you think of this kit, Debbie B?
It's lovely and colourful, isn't it? It's very fresh, the kit.
It's
really pretty.
bright, isn't it?
Yeah, it's lovely. And go perfectly with all the stripes that we've got coming into all the shops and all the florals we've got coming into the shops. Lovely.
Yeah. It is, it's really bright and beautiful, but actually not over the top. I've got a piece on at the moment, which isn't too imposing at all. It's just got that real nice springtime feel. I don't know if anyone else is ready for the springtime, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. The sun's been out today and I'm getting ready for the springtime. I am going to be bringing you these stunning shells, these stunning pieces right here, right now. Now, I'm about to show you a stunning selection of these pieces. I just want to point out before we get into kind of the graphics, which is the bit that comes up here and all that, I just want to explain to you, I've got a lot of coral in this piece. Now, some people, if you're new to us, might go, oh, coral? No. How have you gotten that? And quite rightly so you may ask. Absolutely fine for you to ask. How do we get our coral? Because we will have all have heard and read and seen horror stories about coral reefs being destroyed, etc. We do not get our coral in inappropriate manners. We do not go into the sea and dive and destroy marine life or take huge ships to kind of with their rudders accidentally hitting the coral to lift it up into the water so we can scoop it out. We do not do that. Completely and absolutely ethically sourced coral. We get it in different ways. We get some of it very much in the way we'll get amber, which is kind of wait for it to wash up on store, and we have collections there, wash up on shore. But the main way in which we get ours, which sounds really weird, is from mountains. Now I know that sounds ridiculous. You think, Bex, what are you talking about? Basically, we get a lot of ours from mountainous areas whereby seas way back when used to exist. Some of them, you know, around the times of movement and Pangea. So we get a lot of them from there. So seas used to be there, then the seas have moved and died down and everything else. So we go and collect coral. So it has been fossilized for so many years. We don't go in, we don't destroy marine life, we don't go and upset any habitat. So you know that when you purchase this, not only are you going to get something beautiful, you're getting something you can have a smile on your face because you know it's ethically sourced. So let's get into it, shall we? Here is the collection I have for you. So many textures with this stunning coral. I'm bringing to you, let me show you all the strands together, shall I? In fact, I'm not. I'm being mischievous now. I'm showing you here two of the corals first off. Now, these are our coral drops. Aren't they dainty? They're so delicate, aren't they? You've got a really, really gentle drop on these. So normally if we'll hold up a drop, there'll be a huge kind of space from the top to bottom. With these, there isn't. They are drilled more centrally. So what that gives you is something that you know isn't going to get caught. It's not going to get moved around. It's going to sit as it is supposed to, if that makes sense. You get that beautiful light going across the surface. And of course, it is coral. So actually, when you get this home and you hold some of these up, in particular the white, you will... And in fact, on a lot of the reds, you will be able to see almost this banding, almost this age lines like you would get in a tree, really unique and individual. Two of those strands there, and they, I've got to say, they are so soft. They are beautiful. I'm also going to show you these ones. Now, I absolutely love. I remember when we used to we would never bring these in a kit. Never used to bring these in a kit, because don't forget, when we bring you a kit, it means we have to take the price down. We would never used to do that with these strands because they were always so popular. Let me just show you them separately first, if you don't mind. So these are, what are we calling them now? Peanuts? Do we call them peanuts? Something like that, aren't they? And look how you've got this wonderful little, I prefer hourglass. But you know, each to their own. You've got that kind of hourglass shape. So they sit really nicely if you want them separately. But look at how they link together. Isn't that exceptional? So basically you've got something which individually looks really nice, and you could put a round spacer in between these, and I've even got some rounds coming up for you in a second to give you one look, but then look, Just use them together and naturally they will give you that look. If you wanted to do that look, if you wanted to get that look in, say, Kumihimo with rounds, how long would that take you? It would take quite a hefty bit of time. It has got that beaded Kumihimo look. If you imagine all of those were rounds, you could get that look. But I tell you what, it would take you a lot of time. You'd have to use a lot more gems, of course. You'd have to use double the gems because you'd have to use, for one of these hourglass shapes, you'd have to use 2 rounds. You'd have to use all the cording, you have to take all the time and the weighing out and everything else. It's done for you here. And it's not just done once. It is done via 2 strands. Oh my goodness. I've just noticed something about these that I've never seen before, ever. They're graduated. We've never done that before. I have never seen that before. Let me show you. You've got, these are the sizes that we've got here. These are the ones I'm used to seeing. Sorry, that's why I instantly went to the centre section, because these are the type I'm used to seeing. But look. Oh my gosh, that is so wonderful. That means I can do myself a matching I have a big issue with bat ears. It's something I don't want to get. Ladies and gents, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, but if you don't, it's when you get a pair of earrings and you love them and you put them in and after about an hour, your earlobe feels like it's down around your hip because it's so heavy and it's weighed them down, then you take it out and you need your bat ears to go. Do you know what I mean? I've got a big issue with it. The great thing for me is that I can make a beautiful necklace, do the exact same theme for an earring, but no, I'm not going to have bat ears at the end of the night. That is fantastic. I've also got the same as I showed you in this strand here, and I've got these 2 strands, and then I've got the rounds. Now, can you tell me the location on these, please, Danny boy? Danny is my producer for the evening. I knew it. I knew it, I knew it, I knew it. I have got for you here genuine, real deal Amazonite, and it's Russian. Russian Amazonite doesn't look like any other Amazonite from anywhere in the world. It's a brand spanking new strand. You've never had the opportunity to purchase this before. Amazonite, from the locations we're used to seeing, is very much a white kind of powdery colour, often with a small splash of blue. This is intense, this is saturated, this is strong. It means you don't need to use that many of them to get a lot of impact, and a lot of people, just to let you know, has been noted, of saying that Amazonite from Russia is the #1 location. Obviously, it's different strokes for different folks, but many people have been known to say that. I've also got here for you, people already coming in for this, I'm unsurprised, elastic monofilament beading thread, the essentials, the things we want to thread with and have a lot of fun with. And then I've also got your findings pack, which I feel like we don't see that much anymore. We see it all the time with the kit, but we've kind of stepped back from it a bit now. It's lovely to see it back with us here today. Not only do you get kind of a little taster of loads of different essentials that you're going to need, like your featherweight headpins and your chain, but you're also getting real bonus extras like these spacers. We don't tend to get spacers from our findings pack at all. This is everything you're going to be getting in the findings pack, including but not limited to your whole meter's worth of chain and your crimp ends and the likes of your headpins in different guises. Moroccan medley. It's fun, it's spring, it's perfect for this time of year. Your price point today. Now, I just want to forewarn you, actually, that is not our RRP on this. I did write it down. So that price point is if you went online right here, right now, and purchased every single one of these individually. RRP on this is actually £59.15. £60 pretty much. Great price for the amount of strands you get in. For that coil, which we hardly ever see, these 2 strands, which I've not seen before in a brand new strand, £29.95 today from its RRP price, from its retail value price, before any of those discounts and drops done. You've got pretty much half price on this. That is phenomenal, isn't it? That is something very, very special indeed. Were you expecting a price point of a great drop like that?
No, I wasn't actually, because I knew these were quality gemstones. They're beautifully polished.
Yeah.
The colours are so intense, and to get a findings kit, as you said, is really unusual at the moment. So yes, I'm quite surprised with that price actually.
Yeah,
Very surprised.
It is exceptional, isn't it? Very, very special indeed. How do you feel, ladies and gentlemen, about learning how to make some of Debbie B's pieces? And if you think of it like this, I mean, how many strands have we got here? It's 5 strands. All of these findings packs and the essential threading. That price point is something very, very special indeed. I mean, actually, one of our managers brought this through to me earlier and said, "Oh, have you seen Debbie's piece?" I said, "Yeah, she was setting them up before." And he said, "How much is the price of the kit?" And I told him what we were going to, and he said, "Surely that price for this piece alone." And I absolutely can understand that, 100%.
Yeah.
Because it's not something we get to see on the high street all the time, is it?
It isn't at all. And I can see lots of uses for those particular designs with the little drops. I think they look like little daggers. I mean, if you were to kumahimo those, they're fabulous if they were they're all spiky. If I had any cord, I would have done that. It looks really, really lovely because we very rarely have them that tiny. I think they look lovely.
Yeah, you're
really
right.
Lovely.
You're absolutely right. Oh, those drops with silver spaces between them.
Yeah.
Oh, it's creative. Sam's in with us. Sam, you're absolutely and completely right. And don't forget, you do get the spaces in the findings pack as well. Lovely to see you. Don't forget, you can absolutely text us in today. Text us 60777. Start your text with our JM Studio for any questions for the lovely Debbie B. Or just to let us know what you're up to tonight. How is your New Year's resolution going? Are you on board like Debbie is? Or are you lacking a little bit behind like I am? Do feel free to message us in. So, we're going to get started on our demo. What are we going to be learning today, please?
We're going to do the necklace that you've got on. Okay.
How exciting.
Because I looked around all the magazines and bits and pieces of some websites because flowers have been in for ages and ages and ages. And I looked around and thought, oops.
For once, that was not me.
No.
Yes, Brother Pete, 5 me on that. Yes. Brother Pete just dominoing the bus we've got coming up later. Yeah. I'm so glad that wasn't me. Thank you, Brother Pete. That's what siblings are for. Sorry about that.
I could just see that going in slow motion then.
So flowers are very in at the moment.
They are very in. But the big necklaces, the big flowered necklaces still are in, but they are tending to get smaller now coming to the summer, whether it's because it's springtime and it's not going to be quite so dramatic as your evening dresses, I suppose, in the winter. So they are getting smaller and they're quite nice to have earrings. So I looked at these and thought, well, what on earth can I do? I don't want to just thread them and just make a multi-strand necklace. I want to do something a bit different. So I had to go with some wire and thought, yes, I like those. They look like little daisies and they're quite cute, aren't they? So how do we make them? Okay. Yeah. Now I did 1 or 2 of them on the featherweight head pins, but here I've got some 0.4 wire, only because it's bigger and it's easier to demonstrate with. So you can get up to 0.6 through these, amazingly enough. Wow. Even though they're so tiny, you can get 0.6 through these. So they aren't as delicate as you think, actually. Right, so I've put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 11 on here, 11 or 12 on there. And all I've done to make the flower is do a twist, a couple of twists. Don't do it too tight because you want some movement, and you'll see why in a second. I want to secure every single petal because they fall down. So I wanted them to be like a flower. So I don't know whether you can get quite close to this or not, but I wanted to secure around the bottom of each flower. So I've taken one of the pieces of wire, and if I pull through, I've just caught, if I just do that and then I'll show the camera, just pull that. I've just caught the point, see that, the very point of each petal. So there's one, and I've gone through and made sure it's pointing in the right direction, pulled that between the next 2 petals and just caught again just the point. And if you keep doing that going all the way around, it then secures the design.
Each one of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like that.
You can see that there, yeah, got you.
Yeah. So eventually when you go all the way around, it's quite firm. They don't fall. They just stay where they are, whereas these will move all over the place, okay?
That's beautiful. It almost looks like a berry reef. It's really nice.
It does, doesn't it? So I've done those in lots of different colours and different sizes to make some for the earrings and for the flower. Okay. So once I've got to the point where I've finished going round and round and round, I want to take one of these lovely little beads. These are so intense. The colour is
and that's the thing with
beautiful.
Russian Amazonite. It doesn't look like any normal Amazonite, does it? The quality is just phenomenal.
They're almost waxy. They're so intense. They're beautiful colour.
And the fact that that's real deal, how it's meant to look, is amazing.
Absolutely. And then I've bent that behind the flower just so you can see that peeping through. So that's the centre of the flower. And then you can start to layer these up, whether you want to put one in the centre of a larger one, or whether you want to put one on top of the other one, it's up to you. But then you start building your design. So I've got one here, and I thought if I pop that on top of the white, it just shows a little bit of white underneath it, like that, and then wind it around. Now I'm not a wire worker, as I say, but if you start doing your pattern, you can start to build where you think your design should go. So start to look at it and think, right, okay, is it balanced? Have I got enough of one or the other? And just start to go up the necklace. Now, this is quite nice to do vines for the hair, for little bridesmaids, or you can pick up little flowers. But I've taken the main piece of wire here and just built it along the wire. So if I keep going along, so then it's like doing bouquets. If anyone does floristry, you'll know exactly the same design. So that piece of wire that then gets twisted around using your flat nose pliers or whatever you have to hand.
And it's a technique that we see quite often, that technique, but it's amazing. It's great for beginners, but can you use that technique throughout your whole jewellery making journey, or is it kind of a beginners only?
No, of course you can. You can make it throughout your journey into jewellery making. And I remember doing this, first of all, with floristry. As I say, doing your bouquets, you build up and build up and build up the stem, and it's exactly the same technique. So if anyone does weddings, does floristry, jewellery making will be easy for you to do. For this sort of thing anyway. And you keep building up and building up until you get the design that you particularly like. Now, obviously you can neaten it up and do whatever design you wish. And then I started off doing a second stem. I did one up one side and started a second stem and attached it at the front and went up the other side, okay?
Okay.
So you can build your design however you wish. Now for the earrings, I've done exactly the same technique, but then alternated the colours. I just think they look really fab.
They look beautiful to have that pop of colour. And it's quite nice with because the white of a coral isn't just a plain flat white, is it?
No, it isn't. No, it isn't. It's like a winter white, isn't
yeah,
it, really?
It is.
It's a cream. It's a lovely, lovely off-white.
It really is stunning. And if you do, if you are interested in colours, we do have a, Hannah Osborne does have a kind of colour focus workshop coming up for you on the 3rd of March. So if you are into colours and the colour wheel and all that interests you, then it's a great one to get involved with.
Absolutely. So for the earrings, all I did was just alternate the colours, and you can see the wire there. I've just done exactly the same, just trapping the front part of the wire, and that's the back really, because when you turn it over, you can't really see the wire at all, and that then becomes your earrings. I just think they're really funky. I think they're really cool. Then you just make a little loop on the top using your round nose pliers, and they can be attached to anything you wish.
And don't forget, if you've never seen us do loops like this before, lovely Debbie B does tutorials and things on our website, JewelleryMaker.com, and techniques like this we touch upon, don't we?
We do indeed. Yes, we did them not so long ago, didn't we? Yes, definitely. Right, so then you can add those to whatever you wish. Have you got something else to bring? Oh, I love that.
I haven't seen this colour before, I don't think.
That is gorgeous.
It's like
a gunmetal.
Yeah. Oh, nearly got to jinx you then. Darn it. I've got for you here, ladies, and oh, whoa.
Oh, that's lovely.
Oh, it's like black spinel and sapphire got together one night and had a party. Look at that one. This gorgeous chevron designs on these. Now,
I love that.
First things first, what are these? Well, they are wonderful zari woven ribbons, woven cords as it were. Now you can create things like this if you're good into plaiting. Obviously, I think when we start to think of braiding, you'll think of just the normal 3-strand braid, won't you? And then maybe when you watch things like the Great British Bake Off, you see that you can do loads of plaits. This is something which is achievable, but boy oh boy, time consuming to create yourself. you get this beautiful design. Look at that. This is the gunmetal kind of colour I'm showing you now, which I just love. It's really wonderful to use. Essentially, what you've got is something that is just wonderful to have as maybe a talk or maybe just a base for the likes of a bracelet. If you're into the 1920s style at the moment that's big and out, something like this attached to the back with a beautiful feather, very attractive. But you can really, really add interest by using the actual mechanism of it, let's say. So if I show you, you can tease this out and get a really much more open lattice look. The great thing is if something goes wrong with this and maybe you do that design and you go, oh no, that is not so great, it's not how I thought. All you have to do, because it has got a bit of a memory to it, is ease it out again. Simple as that. So it's back in place. The great thing with this is you go wrong, you haven't really gone wrong. It's like when you used to be in drama and they used to say there's no wrong answers. There really isn't with this. Do something correct, do something, that goes wrong, and all you have to do, and I'll show you again, really easy, gone wrong, ease it out, it's back in place. But if you do want to keep it in that place, the likes of a bit of your glue, a bit of your friendly glue, a bit of your PVA to hold it in place, or wire work around it is fantastic. You've got a mammoth amount of it here as well to be able to use, and we'll ask Debbie B exactly what she'd be doing with this in a moment. But first off, I want you to know exactly how big this bargain is for you today. For all of this Zari cord, bear in mind for me, you've got that beautiful sapphire blue, you've got that almost neon apatite blue over there, you've got that ruby red, the amethyst purple, you've got that gorgeous gunmetal colour, and you've got that wonderful kind of sapphire with the black spinel. 10 metres on each of these, so 60 metres in total. Your price point today should be. Now, that already is sensational. Our price points on things like this are phenomenal. We cut out the middleman when we come with designs like this for you. Today though, at £14.95, that is absolutely exceptional. If you think about how much this is per metre, you are working out very, very, very low indeed. We're talking a few pennies. And don't forget, if you go to, like I do, my local haberdashery, sometimes to be nosy, sometimes because I need things maybe we don't do here at Jewellery Maker, the likes of, you know, even just organza ribbon, per metre, you can easily be paying 70p, 80p, depending on the design. More, and if you're buying ones like this, way more you'd normally expect per metre.
Absolutely.
So if I were to bring this to you at £1 a metre, that'd still be a great deal, but I tell you what, it wouldn't be £14.95. What would you be doing with these, please, Debbie B?
Well, the other day when I was on the show, we had watches. And we had some gunmetal watch faces, and they fitted perfectly through that. So that would be absolutely beautiful. It had a dark mother of pearl, like a gunmetal colour face, and it would look fabulous. So, but I think for the summer, if you've got school fairs or what have you, all you need are two fold over clasps on the end, just to neaten it up, and you could sell them just as bracelets.
I love that
idea.
idea.
I mean, how many kids would buy those in lots of different colours and have them all up their arm?
Yeah.
I just think they'd be fab. I think you just need so little to make a bracelet.
You really do. I love the idea. You could actually sew names into it, couldn't you?
Of course you could.
You could sew gemstones onto it, so you've got a really kind of high shine blingy look. They're just a great base, really, aren't they?
I mean, if Claire does these wonderful wire writing with people's names, you could do that, couldn't you? And just slot them on. Fabulous, fabulous idea.
Think of these as your blank canvas and let your creativity go wild. Have fun with these, ladies and gentlemen. Right, so we're moving on to the next part, and we've got the beaded thread out now.
Well, I just thought, because you were talking about these little, I don't know what you call them. We used to call them dumbbells, but we don't anymore, do we?
No, they changed their names. I'm going for hourglass. I like hourglass.
Right, we'll go for that then. These are absolutely fab. I love these with a passion, because when you put them together, as you say, they just look like a kumihimo braid. I mean, they're so easy to use. But then if you pull them out, obviously, like you said before, they look really, really cute, just standing proud by themselves. Now, I just like to do lots and lots of circles with these, like I've done on the necklace with the drops. And they are so simple to do. For those of you who are starting jewellery making, look at these designs and think, okay, how can I make these look different? I mean, if you put them side by side, you can put little crimps in between, and they're like little train tracks going along, which I think looks really, really cute. If I'd had 3 or 4 strands of these, I'd have been absolutely over the moon, because you can do so many different things with them. But it is a sort of strand where you don't have to be quite so flamboyant. They can be quite simple, because you only have to push them together, and they look absolutely fabulous. Personally, I think so. I think they look really, really good.
I agree.
Really good. Okay, so if you were to use these in a design, now these are lots of different sizes on this strand, as you mentioned earlier, going from the very large to the very small. Mark would have an absolute field day with these, wouldn't he? Because he'd be doing all sizes, he'd be doing all graduation, he'd just restrand them all. So, if you're going to do these on a bracelet, the only thing I would say is make sure that they are balanced, because although they are simple little designs, because they're simple, they show up every mistake. I did a bracelet there that's got the sort of loops around, and I didn't put the right amount on. My goodness, when I made it and I looked at it and I thought, can't get away with that. I've just one short. So you have to make sure that when you're making these sorts of bracelets that are very, very simple, that you have the same amount on either side, otherwise it just looks horrendous.
Okay, got you.
So, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, so take those off. So when I was doing my little bracelet, I made sure that every time I did my loop, I had the same amount on either side. Whoops, let me pull this. Now I did do that mine with monofilament and not beading thread, but because you can't see it. Oh dear. Do you know at home I did this so easily with monofilament? Typical. Right, start again. So, pull your knot. Tie it again. On the bracelet I did it a lot longer. And then make sure your clasp is put right in the corner between the two, and flatten them out. I think they look ever so pretty. And then you can alternate the design, whether you put the orange one side or the peach the other. I know the designs are really simple on this particular kit, but really the beads do it for you. There's not really a lot more you need to do for these. So make sure that when you're doing your designs that you then alternate the colours, so it looks like it's being plaited almost. So it goes one way then the other, then one way then the other. It looks really, really pretty. So let's just put a couple more on these, and then I shall do one more circle and I'll show you what I mean.
Our next kit, by the way, if you are loving cords like this, or you love the likes of your macrame, you are absolutely in the right place for the second kit.
Yes.
Correct?
Absolutely, yes. There's completely different kits to this one. Completely different, but just as lovely. Just as lovely. Just as different sort of shades of cords.
A lot of blue.
A lot of blue.
A lot of blue.
But this time of year, we do, I'm afraid, we do have a lot of blue, don't we, coming up to the nautical looks and that sort of thing.
Always.
We always do. Absolutely. Right, put a few more back on here, and then I'll show you what I mean about going backwards and forwards. So what have you been up to with your creativity lately?
What have I been up to? Very good question. I made my mum and my gran a not Valentine's Day card, a Mother's Day card the other day.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, because I'm going on holiday tomorrow. And then I'm away until like the 2nd of March, I think, ish. 2nd or 3rd. And then my mum lives in Spain, so I won't get it posted out in time. So I've been tray organised, and I've made their cards and posted them.
You're so organised, this girl.
Thank you.
I'm still waiting to see your teapot.
Every time I see you, I think, I still haven't shown you. I know,
No,
I need to.
No, you should. You should
Crimp
definitely.
bead covers, Danny. Yeah, go on. What about them? We're bringing them now. Ooh, you were talking about crimp beads earlier on. And I'm bringing to you now some crimp bead covers. I feel like we haven't seen crimp bead covers alone for a long time.
I can't remember the last time we did them alone. Actually.
In precious metals, yeah, okay. When they're, you know, the 16, 17, 18 pounds mark for however many, 50. not in a massive quantity like this. 200 of these. What do you think about these, please?
Well, I think they're nice just to use on cords as beads, because you can make your macrame bracelets up and then think, oh, I want to add a little bit more, and you can just use those just as little highlights.
Yes.
They look perfect on this sort of weave, because you could put them sort of in between each little bubble, really. But they are lovely, and they're really large, actually, those are.
Big, aren't they? I was just thinking that. If you're not entirely sure what a crimp cover is, well, it covers up your crimps first up. Crimps are the little flat tubes you get that you squidge, and then when you squidge them, they're a bit like, ugh, on the neck, because they're just flat metal and they kind of can stick in a little bit if you don't use like your crimping pliers in particular. These cover them up. They look like those little creatures that used to chase ghosts, you know the one I mean. And basically what you do is, you don't have to use these with crimps if you don't want to, you can just use them in between gemstones. But basically you put your cord or your wire or whatever it might be in there, you close them up, nibble them together, and it makes a beautiful round tube that gives you a finished look of this, which works to give you a nice metallic edge to your pieces. It can finish off your piece professionally, and it can make your gemstones go further as well. 200 of these, we haven't seen them in yonks. And at £5.95, these are not going to be sticking around for long at all. That price point for this many in this size is spectacular. And don't forget for me, these are copper at the heart of them, so it means they're strong, they're malleable. They don't mind you crunching them together to be looking exactly how they should. But also don't forget for me, it's gold plated. That's not gold paint or gold flash or gold sneeze. You know, it's not just a small dusting of it. It's a big, lavish amount of proper, real deal 18 karat gold that we've got on these, ladies and gentlemen. At £5.95, I'm absolutely over the moon and back for you on that one. Well done, everyone. £5.95. I'm getting myself some of them because I ran out the other day. Bought some, and the ones I bought were rubbish and broke. Pretty much, yeah, went to close them, snap in half.
Oh dear. Well, those sort of crimp beads are fine with little designs like this, because if you have the S going through, you have the colour going through in a little band like that, you could put them in between, couldn't you?
Yeah, love that idea.
Yeah? Okay. Well, I think really there's not a lot else in the kit other than just simple beading, because these gemstones really don't need a lot of fancy work, do they?
They do the work for you.
Well, they do. They're just beautiful. I just love these beads. I really do.
Debbie B, thank you so much for showing us that. I'm going to mosey on over here, but I want to show you... Well, no, in fact, you've got it, haven't you? I was going to show you something, but you have it.
What's that? The bracelet? Yes, I know. I haven't got round to doing all those yet.
Oh, no, I don't mind. I don't mind. It's just my producer's chatting at the moment, so I think if I've got an excuse to show you something I've got coming up, whether or not I'm not meant to, is absolutely fine for me. I just want to show you.
I haven't started yet.
20 to 7. This is coming up. Let me just show you exactly what I've got here. Genuine sterling silver, one of the most epic amounts we've had in a long time. That design is okay by itself, but you have the opportunity to get the gemstones to go in it. Oh my gosh, that absolutely flows with light and brightness and colour. This is exceptional, isn't it?
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Oh, I am
really
so
pretty.
in love. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leave that with you. Ladies and gentlemen, that's coming up for you in a little bit. I've got a ring that you might like too. Do you want to nosy at that? Shall I show you in a bit?
Teasing people.
I know, I'm mischievous like that. Hello everybody, Debbie B. Again, thank you for that. We'll be back with Debbie B in a wee while, because we're going to be having a little nosy at some of her beautiful pieces. You're going to love, love, love the next kit if you're into your macrame or you want to try something new. I think you're definitely in the right place for that. So it's lovely to be with you. If you've just tuned in, hello, I'm Becky. I'm going to do a bit of a accidental newsreader thing now, because I've left me notes everywhere. Come here, you. Oh, I'd be a rubbish newsreader. Can't even do that. It's lovely to see you all tonight. Now, if you have just tuned in, you may well note miss it, miss out. Now, what is that? It means that whenever you see that on the screen, it means I'm going to have 60 or less of quantity. That means fast-paced, furious. Can I just give you a heads up? Do you mind? Basically, if I show you something and you like it, I'm going to try and show it before the graphics come in, and you like it, I would get yourself on the phone. Why? A lot of it is low quantity, which means a lot of it we will be dropping in price. And also a lot of it will be low quantity because it's sold so popularly before. Is that a word? I don't know. It's not popularly, but I like it. popularly before. And that means we've got low quantity, so it's likely to sell out quick. So, as soon as you see it, you like it, on the phone, press option 1, and then we will be with you and you have the chance to own it. Where are we starting off, Danny boy? The portfolio bag. Ooh, low quantity, ladies and gentlemen. If you bought yourself one of these and you love it and now you've been waiting to see it again, this is your opportunity to get it. If you're not entirely sure what this portfolio is about, let me show you around it. First off, starting off with the front pocket, huge front pocket there. It's got your zip on it as well for added security. It is a water-resistant pouch. The whole bag itself is, so you don't have to worry if you get any of those little April showers, which I'm sure we're all ready and raring for, starting probably next week. And you've got in here as well the individualised pockets. Now, each of these pockets has the zip along it, and it has the clear pocket in there as well. This is a really big open centre. I think this one's great for the likes of your notes, your notepad, your notebook, etc. If you're a drawer, you're a sketcher, this is a really, really large size. You can have it in there. Or even if you just want to keep open sheets with like the likes of your how to get in touch with you. You know, if you want to use it and you're selling and you maybe want to have your website information in there, people can see it. I've then got all of the individual little pages, as it were. You've got little ones with small little pockets, great for the likes of maybe rings. You've got large ones here, which for me yell bangle and bracelet time and time again. And then again, you have the earring size perfectly, and then you have one for the likes of your necklaces or your bracelets or your rings or whatever else. The great thing for me, if you've got yourself a couple of these, don't worry, I'm not just hulking this, I'm not just breaking it. Don't worry, yeah, hulking it, you know. I've got for you these individual pages which can pop out. So if you've got a few of these bags, or if you're planning on buying a few tonight, you can take all of the pages out of one if you want to. Take them all out of one, so you've got a stack of them. Put them in one, and then have a completely empty one in another for your tablet, or for your notes, or you know, for just storage of kind of your notes, maybe your research, your gemology information. Perfect for it. It's a great little piece of kit. It really is very comfy, I have to say. It has got the extendable size as well on the handle, so you can wear it wherever makes you feel comfiest. £14.95 is your price point on this today. It's super durable. We've gone to a lot of work and effort to get absolutely epic quality here, we really do. The amount of kind of positive feedback we have on this is absolutely astonishing. It really, really, really is. We even go to the detail of, you know, having the extendable kind of handle so you can wear it over one shoulder or across the body. We give you the extra handle here, which isn't like one of those, you know, the bags for life that we're all walking around with now. And you go from the supermarket to your car, and by the time you get to your car, your hands have aged about 7 years. And they've got those horrible little lines in, and they're red and they ache because you've kind of dashed to the car really quickly. You know, you don't get that because, look, it's got a beautiful big handle. It's fabric, it's not rough, it's wonderful. It's not going to dig into your hand. It's little details like the fact that we've even got removable strap on it if you want to. It's a great piece of kit, it really is, at £14.95. What an absolute bargain as well. Ladies and gentlemen, I've got so many treats coming up for you, including that bracelet and a very special ring, which I can't wait to show you. It's brand spanking new. I'm so excited. Honestly, I could pop. But before that, I'm going to bring you something that your eyes are going to love, and so is your pocket. It is our star buy. Rings. Discuss. There's something great about rings. I'll be honest, I'm one of those ladies who believe we have 10 fingers so that we can wear as many rings as possible. I only have one neck. I only have one wrist. No, I don't. I've got two. I have got two. But how many brain cells? Rude. But yeah, you have 10 fingers, I think, because you can wear as many rings as possible. And you also have 10 toes, you know? Did you know that? You do, because toe rings are big, in particular in the summer and spring, aren't they? I've got for you here something which you can adore your phalanges with, if you wish. I've got for you here your adjustable rings. Now, adjustable because sneaky at the bottom there, you'll be able to see, can make it larger or smaller if you want. You can make it smaller too, very easily. You can either just cross them over a bit if you want to, or if you want to get a really finished look, of course, you can just cut them and just file them down. So it is really one size is going to be fitting all. Great for stackers as well, I've got to say. You get the 3 individual loops there, which means you can kind of weave gemstones in and bubble style it, or you can almost give a channel set design if you want to as well. You've got a lot of these pieces here. If you're into the likes of your wrist of hand jewelry, then this is going to be perfect. If you're into the likes of doing you know, your toe rings or your stacker rings, then this is perfect as well. Stacker rings are massive at the moment, aren't they? And your demi rings, this is what we describe as a demi ring or a midi ring. You know, things like that are huge at the moment. They're everywhere. And you can explore designs, because look how many you're getting. We've not given you a measly 5 of these. We've gone for it with 30. Have a play with them. At this price point, it's already good, but I'm going to make this very special. Now, please do bear in mind for me, ladies and gentlemen, that the price point we're about to take this to, we're unlikely to be able to repeat again. We've been given a very, very special chance by management team to let us do this today. £9.95 for you today. Price point per one on these ones is minimal. We're working out about 33 pence, aren't we? Approximately 33 pence. You couldn't buy yourself a packet of chewing gum for that price now. You couldn't buy a chocolate bar. You couldn't buy a chocolate bar and then go, oh, now I need chewing gum for that, could you? You couldn't. That is an absolutely exceptional price point. It really is. And I've got to say that for me, this is going to be a great one to keep the kids entertained when the holidays come up. I know we've just had some, but they're always around the corner, aren't they? Not many weeks at all now. Things like this, you know, if there is someone who's getting into jewellery making, they can go wild with this. It doesn't even have to be a ring, does it? You can use these as connectors. I like the idea of these. If I show you, imagine a little bit of chain at this side and a clasp. And then imagine a little bit of chain at this side and a clasp. And then doing a 3-stranded necklace. You could do that, couldn't you? Use these more as connectors than as rings. Because then, if you've got loads and loads of strands of pearls, and you're like, I've got more pearls than I can shake a stick at. With these, one of these at each side, 3 strands of pearls, absolutely done and dusted. £9.95 for you on those ones. Well done, everybody. I think that is such a great price. I really, really do. I've got for you now something that, say you've made your triple-stranded necklace and you want to show it off. I've got something to show it off right here. It's your white bust. Come on in, get on whilst you can, because it's not many of these left. I love that you've got such a big size on this. It demonstrates the shape of the body. If I show you it this side, it's not just flat. It's not just a flat piece of board. It moves and bends very much like a torso would. The great thing with that, you can make onto it, and it's going to be realistic to form when you wear it. I'm sure we all know sometimes if we make something on a flat board, in particular if we're doing wire work on a flat board, and then you go and pick it up and it just doesn't sit right. Or we do the chain work on a flat board, we pick it up and it's all twisted and all twirled and it doesn't work. You can work onto this, much like you might work onto a macrame board actually. But also it's great if you're starting a business and you want to photograph your pieces, or even just show off your pieces on the likes of your dressing table, so that people can kind of have a nosy at them when they're in your house. It's a great piece of kit to have, it truly is. All of our guest designers have these. Your price point today, ladies and gentlemen, is just £7.95. And the great thing about it is this is your white, so it's going to make loads of different things pop. I mean, you know, your different colours here, even though the coral itself is white, look how much that pops. Maybe with the likes of, oh, I don't know, topaz. Look how topaz really pops against it. The only thing that could make this ring any better would be a very, very special, one of the biggest locations in the world of peridot, I think, but I couldn't possibly say. Could I? No, I could not. Oh my gosh. This is very, very special for you at £7.95 for you today. I've got an aquamarine coming up for you a little bit later on. We've got a really good quantity of these ones. 8.45 they're coming up. And if I just show you it against the white itself, look at how much that pops. It really is. There's certain colours, there's certain gemstones that I think need to be placed on white, and things like this aquamarine is for me. If you aren't entirely sure exactly what aquamarine is, it's one of the biggest statement gemstones in the world, and it has received some of the biggest price points of any gemstone in the world as well. I'll be telling you a little bit more about that later on. We've got that coming up at the time I mentioned. Now, I'm about to head on over to a break, but you don't want to go anywhere because it's miss out. There's more Fast and Furious, but there's also some astonishing pieces that you've never ever seen before at amazing prices. I'll see you in a couple of minutes. Stay tuned. Da, da, da.
Join guest designer Rachel Norris on her Artisan Earrings DVD. Get creating stunning designs in no time at all through the fantastic tuition from Rachel. The easy-to-follow steps shown on this DVD will make you feel like you have your own personal tutor and experience many different techniques specifically designed for creating earrings. This DVD covers how to make your own findings, Aztec, Art Deco and Aphrodite earrings. To get your hands on a copy of this fantastic DVD, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Get creative with Jewellery Maker. If for any reason you're not satisfied with your purchase, you have the benefit of our no-quibble 30-day money-back guarantee. Just complete the returns form enclosed with your goods and send them back for a full refund.
Get interactive with Jewellery Maker by liking our Facebook page and join over 55,000 like-minded people. Did you know when you book on a Jewellery Maker workshop, you are given exclusive access to our Jewellery Maker shop? You can browse through special items and offers, be privy to selected discounts and deals that you can't get at any other time. Shop whilst you learn and grab yourself some amazing offers. For more information on workshops and available dates, contact our call centre. Join Jewellery Maker for our Day at the Races weekend. Our designers will have you chomping at the bit, featuring everything from micro macrame and diamond copper wire to sterling silver and fascinators. If you want to be a front runner, make sure you tune in for lots of inspiration and tutorials straight from the horse's mouth. Our amazing star buys will get you off to a flying start, and our jewellery kits are sure to put you on a winning streak. You simply must watch the show. Sorry to be a nag.
Welcome back everybody to Jewellery Maker. Welcome all. My name is Rebecca Redican. Feel free to call me Becky though. And today you've tuned in at the perfect point. We're officially over halfway through the week. Woo! Woo! Sam just went, are we? We are already. It's Wednesday night, isn't it? And we are getting you geared up for this weekend, ladies and gentlemen. We truly are. I'm so excited because We've got so many treats coming up, we really do. I've not only got a stunning, if you like it, then you should have put a ring on it, with the likes of a very high-end gemstone from one of the premier locations in the world of a peridot, but also, I mean, look at it. Look at the topaz in this, designed for not seen before. That's a cocktail ring, if I ever did see one. But also today, I've got a bracelet, which is just so abundant with gemstones. And another little treat is only Debbie Bulford.
Hello.
Right, you didn't see that one coming, did you?
No, I didn't.
Hey, Debbie B.
Hello, you.
You getting prepped for your next demo?
I am indeed.
What are we going to be doing for that?
Going to do a little bit of macrame, I think. A bit of macrame, is that okay?
Oh, that's better than okay. It's brilliante.
Oh, good.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've got loads of goodies coming up. I just need to forewarn you. When you see miss it, miss out, it means that I've got 60 or less in quantity. That means that you're going to have to get yourself quick on the phones if you see what you like. Okay, so it's 0800 644 655. Press option numero uno. Or you can get in touch on JewelleryMaker.com alternatively. So do feel free. You can purchase in those ways or on the app as well. It's free to download. Why not? Okay, should we get started? Shall we? Let me bring to you straight away this bright blue quartz. I've got for you these blue quartz drops, and they are stalactite deliciousness. Miss it, miss out, ladies and gentlemen. It means low stock opportunity. What I've got here for you, ladies and gents, is a stunning, stunning quartz. I have got for you these beautiful stalactites of detail, every single one beautifully displaying very much how the gemstone itself grows in these beautiful shapes in these shards, and then with that really delicate, almost mermaidial coating over the top to give you that banding of colours from blues to purples, and all that's in between at £6.95. This is a miss it, miss out price point, and it truly is. Don't forget for me, miss it, miss out, it means we're low quantity, but also because we're low quantity, we get the A-OK from our manager on a lot of these to give you, see you later, sweet potato price points, okay? So that means that basically we're allowed to do price drops on some of these items that we shouldn't really be doing. It's just because we want to make space for the next order that's comes through, and we have got a new order coming in very, very soon. We need space in the warehouse, so you've got to work with me on this. We're having a bit of a clear out, we're having a bit of a declutter, let's say, and we're bringing you some real treats. So if you like what you're seeing, get yourself on that phone line, because it is very, very, very special. It truly is. These pieces are going to look gorgeous just stranded as they are, maybe with the spacer in between. You could, of course, macrame with these. I like that idea as well. Debbie B, what would you be doing with these ones, please?
I just think they are fabulous, just restranded with a little bead in between and just let them fall, because they just sort of stick out, don't they, and catch the light. I just think they're really, really funky. But then you can make them into a cross. You know, you can wire 4 of them into a cross design we've done before.
Good point.
But they look stunning just like that, don't they? I just think they're really, really gorgeous.
Do you know what I was just thinking when you're seeing making these into a cross? You could even use 4 of them, make them into a star. Great for that well-known time of year, but I think it's too early to say it. Well, it definitely is too early to say it, but you know the one I mean, don't you? Good King Wenceslas, etc. Yep. I think it's great for that. Sorry, you've got a few of these left, not many at all, literally a handful or 4. £6.95 on those ones. Nice work to everyone. Shell Pearl I'm bringing to you now, and these have never ever been what? These have never been watted before on their own, only ever been part of a kit before. What does that mean? Well, it basically means that if you wanted to purchase these and you wanted to own these, you would have had to buy them as part of a kit. Oh my gosh, hello decadent. If these were pearls and that was a natural colour on a pearl, £82.95, that's a guess. And you're right, I would probably never put them down, no. I would be wearing them constantly. I probably wouldn't be holding them like this, but I would be wearing them constantly. These are your peach shell pearls. They get that gorgeous look of a pearl, but so much more strength. These really are super duper sturdy. They truly are. It's a gemstone which itself has got, it's essentially an organic very much, that's why it's not got carat weight, but it is an organic, and basically it's got a strength to it that a pearl does not have. If you put deodorant near a pearl, if you put hairspray near a pearl. The pearl will, either instantly or after time, dependent, get blemishes, get pits, get falls. Essentially, it'll start to look like the surface of the moon. But these don't do that. These are so tough and durable. You can spray hairspray on them and they are not going to fade or fall quickly at all. At £4.95, you've got something here that's durable. You've got something here that's going to last. You've got something here which maybe, unlike wearing in your hair every day pearls, you can wear these in your hair every day if you're a bit of a hairspray lover. You don't have to be worried with these at all. They are super duper sturdy. They truly are. And don't forget, when you look at these, anyone else thinking Pantone? How alike are these two, the Pantone colours? We've got almost that rose quartz colour, which of course you can get in a rose quartz, but you don't tend to get it opaque in a manner like this, do you, in a rose quartz? So a really beautiful way to add a little bit of a twist, a little bit of a gist. It'd go great with the serenity tone of this year, wouldn't it? Which I've got coming up for you, haven't I? I've got that serenity tone coming up for you. And how beautiful do they work together? I think they're stunning. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, people asking, the ring is coming up for you, as is the bracelet, really soon. Just got to keep your eyes peeled. Okay, I've got for you now some cabs. Now, these are really very, very high quality cabs that I've got to show you for you. I'm going to show you with this black background so that you can see the quality of these. This is, as you can see, miss it, miss out. I have got, last chance saloon. I am last chance salooning on this, ladies and gentlemen. High quality cabochons. Okay, they are rainbow moonstone. Can you see the rainbow? Can anyone else see pinks and reds and teals and blues? And I can. The yellows as well. I absolutely can. Show you these on the black because they just pop even more. I've got a big selection of these. Oh my gosh, this might be one of the biggest selections I've ever seen. Get ready for this. Wow, an impact. Look at the amount you're getting. 210 carats worth. That is absolutely exceptional. Genuine moonstone we've got here. That beautiful quality of colour dancing underneath the surface is natural. We haven't put a coating on this. We haven't applied anything extra to it. Mother Nature has given us this gift and we're going to give you a gift today because A, it's the first time you've seen them and they weren't in a kit, so you haven't had to buy the whole kit. But B, the price point is an absolute corker for the amount you're getting. £14.95 for just 5 of these. That price point I would be used to bringing to you, maybe, but not for this quality and not for this amount as well. Don't forget for me, ladies and gentlemen, when you're used to buying individual cabochons in certain shops, in certain stores, for a piece of rough, £4? £4 for a piece of rough, but not for the likes of a rainbow moonstone, because rainbow moonstone is a phenomenon gemstone, and notoriously phenomenon gemstones will be charged more, in particular in cabochon form, and this is a phenomenon gemstone. It's basically a term that means, there's loads of you with it in your baskets. It's basically, the word phenomenon is basically a word used to describe certain gemstones that have kind of appeal and essence like this. We describe the likes of opal, for example, as a phenomenon gemstone, and this is also. When you're getting $14.95 on the likes of these, I mean, how many have I got? Obviously, it will alter slightly, it's all on carat weight, but I've got 2, 4, 6, 8. I've got 8 of these in total, ladies and gentlemen, and I've got to say, the quality of them is absolutely exceptional. And don't forget for me, the quality is going to be even more abundant. I'm over allocated, officially over allocated. That means it's fastest finger first. It's either going to go to Cheshire, Norfolk, Cardiff, Angus, another Angus, Kent, Belfast or Warwickshire. I have not got many of these ones left at all, ladies and gentlemen. £1.86. That is loopy for these. That is absolutely astonishing. It really, really is. It is just phenomenal. Bearing in mind, I have seen at a well-known craft store, this was a while ago now, probably about a year ago, they stopped doing them now, an agate for £14.95. One. I know. Get these ones whilst you can. I am over allocated again. It is fastest finger first on this one at that price point. I'm not surprised I've only got 5 of these left at all. Nice work to you all. They're great, aren't they? Great with wire work, great with your labradorite. For example, I don't want to put ideas in your mind, but you know. Oh, hello. Oh my gosh. Isn't that something special? This isn't your everyday labradorite, is it? I'm going to question if this is spectralite. We'll have a little look later, shall we? Very special. Okay, got some more cabochons coming up for you now, and these ones are your Jasper Tiger's Eye. Jasper Tiger's Eye. What am I talking about? Jasper cabochons. Now, these are so individual and unique. I just think these are phenomenal. The Jasper cabs. Yeah, I've got them here. These ones are phenomenal. Now, Picasso Jasper. Why has it got that name? Well, basically, it's because it looks very much like works of art. Don't you think? It looks very much like works of art. Hang on 1 second for me. Pack of 3, that says. Now, I am confused. I haven't got that thing here. Oh, no. Where is it? There we go. There's the image for you, ladies and gentlemen. I've got for you here, ladies and gentlemen, that gorgeous Jasper. Now, the picture you've got on your screen there looks completely different to the ones that I've got here. And that's because every single one of these is natural and individual. What you get with this is you get this beautiful colouring that kind of meshes around every single individual one of these. Now, Picasso Jasper, because it looks essentially like a piece of artwork, you get all of these individual colours that melt into each other. The interesting thing for you about the fact that you're getting your Jasper is, Jasper used to be used in history as kind of a way of telling the future. It used to be said that if you imagine kind of, you know, crystal balls, etc., it was imagined that back in the ancient days, if you wanted to go and have a very important question answered, you would go to someone who would be called carer of the Jasper. They had loads of other names through time, but carer of the Jasper is one that's more recognised. And you'd go to the carer of the Jasper, you'd ask them the important question, and they'd place their hand in a bag and pull out one piece of Jasper. And it was said that the Jasper could answer your question just by looking at the detail on them. I can sort of understand why you might think that, because look, you're almost getting these individual different details here, aren't you? You truly, truly are. Do you know, for example, for me, this is how my imagination works. For me, if I was thinking, am I going to have a good holiday? And I pulled this one out. For me, that is almost like you've got a road here, so it means that I'm going to go travelling. I've got these elements here that are kind of, can you see, they're almost like shards hanging up. They do look a bit like raindrops. I was going to say the exact same. I think that means it's going to be tipping it down in Budapest, which by my research is absolutely correct. But you know, that's kind of what they essentially did. Obviously, every single one of these telling you a different story and a different tale. 3 of these you're getting in total. Miss it, miss out. No. Record low price, ladies and gentlemen. The type of price point that essentially we're not meant to do. We're not meant to do price points like that at all. We get emails regularly that refer to $6.95 at the lowest price we should be going to on any individual product. But we've kind of ignored that tonight, and hey, why not? This is absolutely sensational. And for those who haven't worked with cabs before, what would you be suggesting, WB?
Well, we've seen them done in so many different ways, haven't we? We've seen them put on backing fabric and embroidered around them to soutache them. We've seen them put in wire work with the lovely Laura B. She does some fabulous bracelets and necklaces. You can macrame around them, you can chainmail around them, you can do all sorts of things, or just set them into ready-made bezel if you want to. They can be used in so many different ways, and they make a fabulous big ring. The one you've got on your finger now, that would make a fabulous real statement ring. That'd be lovely.
I love that idea. It's going to be really eye-catching, isn't it?
Gorgeous.
And do you know what I'm thinking as well? If you wanted to really be out there and just go for it, you could pair it with something super bright. I think I've just got the idea now in mind that actually it is going to be raining in Budapest, so I'm trying to put a bit of sunlight into it. But I've got these stunning gems. Oh my gosh, I'm so in love with these. Coming up for you. Oh, look at them. My director said he's just got this picture, this film you see going round and round and round now, and it's just putting a big smile on his face. He's just watching it constantly. $4.95 for you today. Okie dokie, everyone. Bringing to you a tool now. No, I'm not. I'm only joking. I'm only pulling your leg, guys, you know, Wednesday night banter. I've got for you something I would say absolutely, completely different. Da, 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 da. Oh my gosh, it cannot wait to see you. Take a little look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Diamond. Now, can I just make a note to you that, ladies and gentlemen, we have not purchased a new strand of diamond with our next order. We have not. You heard it here first, or maybe second. We have not ordered any more diamonds. So any diamonds you want to get your hands on? Very, very important indeed. I have got for you a stunning gemstone with so much kind of high-end appeal, one of the most famous gemstones in the world, and the quality of this is exceptional. It's not your nuggety strand, that beautiful as it is, and maybe can be difficult to kind of explain to people, I would say. This is most certainly a diamond. People are going to look at this and know instantly you're wearing a diamond. The scintillation, the light interaction, the sparkle is absolutely apparent. And the fact that it's in that stunning silver colour is just so workable with the likes of your findings. I love that when I hold this here, you can see how hard working this strand is, because you can actually see that sparkle reflect on the box. That's the quality of the scintillation in this for you, ladies and gentlemen. We have not reordered any more of this in our next purchase, so if you want it, get it now. Miss it, miss out. Low stock opportunity. Your price for it today for you, £159.95. Now, if you think per carat how much that is for a diamond, that is absolutely exceptional, because you've got 4 whole carats worth here. £159.95. I would be expecting to see in a ring of half a carat, wouldn't you? For the research I've done, for the information I know, I absolutely would for half a carat of diamond that price in a ring. But today, I've just dropped the price of diamond for no other reason than, hey, it's miss it, miss out, and for no other reason than I'm in low stock opportunity. Now, this is the type of price point that realistically you would normally expect to see on a high street for 1/10 of a carat. 30-day money-back guarantee, absolutely. If you get this, if you buy this now, and then you get to kind of 20 days time and you think, oh, that pay packet did not stretch as far as I thought, send it back. No questions, no quibbles, no IQ tests, no colouring in, no dot to dot, nothing. No questions, no quibbles, just send it back and the money will go back to you. But the fact of the matter is, if you miss out on it today, as we haven't reordered, we don't know when you will be seeing something like this again. Wow! Is that a wow or a woo? Woo! Or a wow? Wow! Bit of both. I think this is a very, very special strand indeed. Debbie B, I'd love to know, with your inspiration, what you would do with this.
I think that is a particularly special strand, isn't it? It really is. I mean, it's a beautiful bridal strand. It'd be nice to embroider around something like a black spinel cab or something like that. It'd be really, really pretty to have that as like the bezel going around it. Or I think I'd probably use very fine head pins and just make them into a really lovely drop of an earring, just a single, very long drop, just in one line. And then do a couple of rings and a cluster, probably in the front of a bracelet. Look really pretty.
I love that idea. That is
like to see it.
Yeah, to really show it off.
Yeah, lovely.
Yeah. And why not? Absolutely, show it off beautifully. I think this is a very, very special strand here for you, ladies and gentlemen. Last few available of those. If you want to get your hands on diamond, how about pairing it with a wonderful gem which just works so well with it? Drops of tanzanite. Oh, isn't it just, look at how deep and rich and intense that is. What is my quantity on this, Danny boy? Oh, Danny boy. 12. Ladies and gentlemen, get yourself on the phone line for this right now. You know why? Number one, Mine D, where we get the vast majority of ours. We have heard rumours that it may well be closing down within the next year. It could even be sooner than that. Why? Well, because they're not pulling enough grade, kind of triple grade, grade 3, AAA out of the ground at the moment. That is kind of one of the top qualities. That means that it's bringing in the big bucks, it's bringing in the money. If we're not finding the kind of quality that's bringing in the big bucks, but bear in mind, we're still paying the miners the same amount. We're not going, well, we're not getting any of the good stuff, so we're going to pay you less. None of that whatsoever. We're still paying them the same. We're still paying for the same type of machinery, the same diesel costs, etc. You know, all the things we probably don't think of. We're paying all of that exactly the same, but you're not finding the big money maker. What happens if that continues to happen? Your company has to close, or else you're going to start losing money. There have been whispers on the grapevine that that may well happen very, very, very soon. I'm talking about within the next year, and some people have been suggesting it's one of those things that it could have already closed down. We just don't hear about it, because that happens a lot in the gem trade as well. Get your hands on this whilst you can, because we've always got the vast majority of ours from Tanzanite Mine D, and we have great connections at Mine D, so we get great prices at Mine D. If Mine D goes out of whack, if it isn't bringing any more in, we're going to have to find another location. Are we going to get the same mates rates? Probably not. Get things like this whilst you can. Last chance on this one. Tanzanite, ladies and gentlemen. Wowzers! Don't forget, for me, not so long ago, we were part of a documentary, weren't we? Do you remember at the end of November last year, November the year before, we were part of a documentary, weren't we? And on that documentary, it was talked about how our sister channels had all raised their prices. They'd all raised the margin. That's the bit of what we buy it at to what we sell it at. They'd all raised their margin first time they'd done it. We're the only one that hasn't done that. So the fact that we've taken it down is phenomenal. Now, I cannot say to you that we aren't going to be raising our margins at some point. We will let you know when that happens. We're going to have to do it on Tanzanite. Like I said, our sister companies did it, every single one of them, way back when, you know, we're talking about sort of a year and a half ago, they did it. We were the only one of our sister channels that did not raise the price, but I do have to say that we probably will have to genuinely raise the price of this, raise the margin on it very, very soon. Last opportunity on this one, I can tell you that without a shadow of a doubt. I've got plenty of you with it in your baskets. If you checked out now, I would have, very much single figures left. In fact, single figures in it now, to be honest. At that price point, it is very, very special indeed. And I do have to point out to you that when you're seeing discounts like this on quality like this, it is something that I don't want us to become nonchalant about. I want us to remember this is a treat, because can I guarantee you that sort of price on this sort of strand in 6 months' time? No, I can't. No chance. No chance whatsoever. So do come in and get deals like this whilst you have the opportunity to do so, because even if Mine D doesn't go out of producing this and bringing us yields of this, even if it does now find a new bit and they get the great quality, it doesn't close down, we will have to, because of the state of Tanzanite at the moment, we will have to raise our price on it at some point and raise our margins on it at some point. We've been amazed, I think, at Jewellery Maker to be able to hold off for a year and a half. So do come and get this whilst you can. Very special indeed. I'm about to bring you now a very, very, very special gemstone, which I am absolutely in love with. If you're one of those people who believes in the scarcity and rarity and beauty of a gemstone, then this is the one for you. I'm about to show you Russian chrome dioxide. Now, already my regular viewers who know me will be picking up the phone on this right now, because you know the situation with it. If you don't worry, I will fill you in. Just take a look first. This is absolutely exceptional quality. Russian chrome dioxide. 2015 was a record-breaking year for this absolutely natural beauty, but not in the good way. Lowest yields ever on this gemstone in 2015. So low, in fact, that from, obviously we only mine this for a short period of the year, but through 365 days worth in a year, we were only able to mine this for 64 days. That's a shorter time period than ever, and the lowest yields we've taken out ever. We have heard on the grapevine from a very, very, very reliable source that it is being discussed whether or not this mine will even open up in 2016. In fact, Steve was on with me sort of a few weeks ago, and he was talking about this gemstone and talking about how he would like to go to the mine for this gemstone, and essentially said afterwards, if it's still open, or at that time, if it's still open, if it's still there. We haven't been able to buy any of this. Hong Kong show, it's our #1 go-to purchase. Is it likely? Very unlikely. It's about to sell out. Your price point today, ladies and gentlemen. That is absolutely ridiculous. That is absolutely phenomenal. We're on our last legs with this now, meaning that what we've got is what we've got. That's it. So do come in and get the last one of these at £24.95. Well done to every single one of you. Thank you for keeping up with me. Thank you for staying kind of, in speed with me and everything else. Tell me again, did you say 8? Oh my gosh, the quality of this has just pinged me in the eye. I had to ask about that one because I know the price of this. I only actually saw a picture of it before because we had a meeting and I was being nosy at Debbie's stuff. But I did not realise the quality of this at this price point. Opal is my absolute all-time favourite gemstone. I love it so much. It makes my cheeks hurt. Like, that's how excited I get about it. Let me show you this. Let me just forewarn you before I show you. Obviously, miss out, low stock opportunity, but also when I show you opal into this light that has pin fire and ribbon fire and oh, so much. It's beautiful detail in here and flash too. Under these lights, because there's so many lights and there's 4 beams in every single piece of light. Every single one of these has 4 different bulbs, and those 4 bulbs are split into 2. So every single one of them, and I always look at them every time, has 8 lights shining towards you. Look at Pete. All of them, Pete. Every single one of these shining in the eye. It kind of dims out the colour in opal. So when I show you this, if you can see any pin fire, get on the phone because you know it's going to look so much better in real life. Can you see any, everybody? Can anybody see any?
Oh, wow. That is fabulous.
And that is under this light source, ladies and gentlemen. Can you see the flash opalescence? Can you see the pin opalescence as well? I can see ribbon. That one there is giving me ribbon opalescence. What does that mean? It means it flows from colour to colour and it flows together in a strip. So you see a strip and then it changes and then it changes and then it changes. Ribbon opalescence is one of the rarest opalescences to find. It is phenomenal. Wellow opal, Ethiopian wellow opal. Again, it's extremely difficult for us to buy right now. Essentially, there's one stream of this, that's it. There's one trail of it, and it's down the side of that cliff. We go down to that one stream, and the stream is about 1 to 2 metres deep. We've had a look 2 metres above the stream, 2 metres below the stream. We've even gone to the other side of that huge cliff that you saw at the same level to see if we can find any more, and we can't. Mother Nature has seemed to have made it at that one individual point in the earth. We're coming to the end of that stream now. What does that mean when that happens? That means it's gone. Classified by many as one of the rarest opals in the world right now. Your price point today. You just made me meerkat then. It should be. Really? Really? Should be. Because that's what I remember before when I had to read out the box number because I needed to double check that this was the $34.95 one. I didn't realise we were going lower. Oh my giddy Aunt Sally. That is astonishing. Look at the amount you're getting here. You're getting so much of that amazing colour all the way through as well. Look, even on the little dainty ones. Look at those. Even with the pinks and the reds. That, don't forget, rarest colour of your opalescence that you're getting because opalescence, how is it done? Well, it's basically these tiny, finish that on for a bit. Tiny bits of kind of spheres inside that are so small that it's approximate that on a grain of sugar, so imagine a grain of sugar on your hand, the spheres that make this up, you could get 40,000 of them on a grain of sugar. That's how minuscule these are. And they all affect the light and bend the light in different ways to give you this rainbow of colour. To be able to see green and reddy pinks, reddy pink being the rarest colours, in one stone is absolutely phenomenal. Look at that Aurora Borealis with the purple in there as well. Mandy, this strand is stunning and I got it! Woohoo! Thank you, JM. Oh, Mandy, thank you very much. And lovely Liverpool. I was in Liverpool the other day. Don't live far from you. I'm a Chester girl myself, Mandy. Mandy, lovely to have you on board with us today and I'm so glad you got your hands on this. And don't forget, Mandy, that when you get this home, it's going to show you even more of those colours. I always say take your opal out for a date. Take it out for a date. Have it at home, you know. Don't give it a brew, but have it at home whilst you're having a brew. Take it out at the park, you know, wear it in the park, go out for cocktails with the ladies afterwards, why not? Just so you can see it in different lights, because honestly, the different light with this is just going to give you so much of an effect. How would you get the most from this?
I think they need to be separated. I think they need to be, because when they're all together, you don't look at individual ones, do you? So I think I would like to do, you know, like the lovely wrap loop chains that we have. You had a tanzanite one, did you, earlier, I think?
Yes, good one.
But do it with that, so you have a bigger version of it. So you could do that wrap loop in between and just have a really long necklace that you could wear as really long, or double it up or something. Just if you separate them, they look fabulous.
I like that, because you get all of it from that then, don't you?
Yeah.
I am absolutely in love with this strand, and so are you. Doesn't let you know how many multi-buyers are getting it in this list, but I do need to let you know that I am in my last chance saloon on this right here, right now. If you miss it, you do miss out. Quality like this at $82.95, amazing, and I mean that bottom of my heart. At $29.95, it's not even a question to me. Well done, every single one. I'm absolutely over the moon for you. I really, really am. That is a special, special treat. Okay, don't forget, I've got the sterling silver bracelet coming up for you in a little bit. And let me show you the gemstone for it as well, because that is just so eye-catching. These are the gems you've got coming up for you. And they are going to go absolutely exceptionally well with the sterling silver. Don't worry if you've never prong set before. I've got a prong set tool, and we will talk you through it as well. Okay, let's go for some beautiful big and bolds now. You know, this strand, it makes me think every single time of Leonardo DiCaprio.
And why?
Oh, I was hoping I could just leave it there. Anyone else? Because it reminds me of the Titanic.
Right, okay.
Now, some people, your minds have gone in two very different directions now, haven't they, ladies and gentlemen? Some of you are thinking, ah, yes, Titanic, heart of the ocean. Some of you are thinking, oh, the iceberg. Because, yes, they are absolutely mammoth. They are, and it could, I'll be honest, it could be both of them. It has got that heart of the ocean look about it. That heart of the ocean, of course, was a tanzanite, but it was around this size and most certainly similar to this cut. These are your beautiful concave fancy quartz. They have got so much effect to them. The workmanship that goes into a concave cut gemstone is absolutely phenomenal. There is so much work that goes into it, but we do it because it's stunning. I love how we've worked with the face of this gemstone as well, because look, usually with the concave we'll just give you one table. Look, you've got a faceted surface to this. Can you see that? You've got your faceted surface to this, which gives that real interesting light. Can you see how that light bands around, going all the way to a Q-lay, creating like a star effect, and then kind of strooning around this gemstone, really showing off that colour beautifully. It's because of the concave facets. So the facets on the back aren't just flat, they are concave. So basically, because flat facet, beautiful, light goes ping, ping, and pings back out. Concave, because it bends when the light hits it, and then goes to hit another one, it almost stays in there. I think of it like a pinball machine. You know, pinging around in there, it stays in for longer. So we give the concave cut because it gives you this higher RI, it gives you this higher brightness and shine, it illuminates the skin. You can get it today at a very illuminating price. Just £27.95. Do you remember?
Beautiful.
Do you remember when we used to do 3 of these?
Yes, I do.
And I'm sure that when we did 3, well, you tell me what you remember the price, because I remember us doing just 3. I remember being
thought it was
close. Go on.
About £40–50, if
I
not
was
more.
going to say the exact same.
Yeah.
I was guessing that for 3, I remembered we used to do $42.95 or maybe $39.95 after we dropped it.
I think they were originally 70-something and then we dropped right down. Yes, I think you're right, actually.
For just 3.
Yes.
Look at how many we're bringing to you today, though. For $27.95 on my strand. Obviously, it is done in carat weight, so you'll be getting around this amount, but not exactly. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 I've got on mine. 11 I've got on mine. That means if my calculations are correct, we're dropping the price point. Which is not where I was going with that. But apparently we are. £1.63 per stone.
Good grief. Good grief.
What? That makes 0 sense to me whatsoever. That I can't compute that.
I can't either, because
That
I could
makes
see
no
those
sense.
as fabulous rings. I could imagine them being put into like a basket of wire as a fabulous pendant. I mean, and for a wedding, for a bride, you could have that actually suspended at the front of the tiara so it moves. Do you know what I mean? When you do the little flowers and it actually moves. Beautiful. Oh, look at that as a ring. Look at that. Isn't that fabulous?
That does not look like it's cost me less than the price of a jumbo pack of crisps. Does it?
Good grief, no. It doesn't. It doesn't. You're quite right. No.
That is amazing. I can't buy a packet of crisps and dip for that price point.
Yeah.
And it's going to last much longer. I mean, much longer. This is phenomenal. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, just to let everybody know that I've got 4 available and I've got about 12 in baskets, approximately. That's just at a glance. 3 left of these now. Check out whilst you have the opportunity to do so. For anyone that does miss out, I'm sorry, but for everyone who gets it, good one. You are going to have do-do-do-do-do-do in your head as well. It's the Titanic theme tune. Just in case you don't know. Okay, everyone. How do you feel about a little bit of something to go with that strand I did earlier on? You know the strand I did, the spinel strand I did earlier on? Go great. It'd go great with this. Did you just laugh at me, Pete? Brother Pete, being mischievous. Look at this beauty. Did anyone manage to get their hands on any of that gold over the weekend? Did you? We had the vintage fair and we had some gold on, didn't we? Oh, if you did, wouldn't this be a gorgeous pairing? Don't you think? I've got for you here, ladies and gentlemen, genuine gold, absolutely lashings of it over sterling silver with that mammoth amount of those spinel drops. Now, if I just hold out a small section of this, I want to show you kind of the makeup of it and how we've made this. Because I just want to ask you something. Okay, let's go and find some 925 wire with gold over the top. And then let's spend way more than we probably should because Jewellery Maker doesn't do it yet. Let's then buy 2 strands of highly faceted spinel, micro-faceted spinel I brought to you before at the £20 mark. Great price. So let's buy 2 of those already, near to 60, maybe £70. Then let's sit down with a very large coffee or drink of your choice, your pliers, and then sit there for what could actually take you easily about 6 hours. And that's if you're a very good wire worker, because you know what we'll have to do? Get a piece of wire, cut a piece of wire, loop the piece of wire, put the gemstone on the wire, cut the piece of wire, loop the piece of wire. That's just one little bit of link. That's one rosary link. Then get another piece of wire, a head pin preferably, put a gemstone on, and then attach it with a loop and twirl the loop around, and then cut the piece of wire. Get another head pin, put the gemstone on it, do a little loop with it, do it through the loop, double wrap the loop, cut the loop with the wire cutters, and then, do you know what you'll have done in that little that whole section I've just described? You'll have done this bit here. Because you've made 1 rosary link and 1 drop pair. Look at the amount of work you would have to do on this because each and every one of these elements has a double loop dropper on it. I mean, it's just exceptional, isn't it? Today, you've got all of these gorgeous gemstones with a massive amount of 925 wire and gold. At £24.95, I can honestly say to you, I would be happier to pay double that just so I didn't have to sit down and do all of those pieces.
I don't think you could buy the head pins to make that for that price.
Hey, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I mean, you'd need over 100 probably, if not more, wouldn't you, for the whole of that? So you probably need more than 100 actually.
Anyone notice the arrows? £19.95. Now I have to forewarn you, ladies and gentlemen, just to remind you, hello all those people who came in this and bought this instantly, straight away at the £25 mark because you were chuffed as peas to not have to make it yourself, and you got maybe some of the gold yourself, and you know that these are going to pair up perfectly, or perhaps you missed out on the gold and you love the gold, so you're trying to get the look of gold and you've got it here because it is gold over the top of your sterling silver. All of you who are happy to buy it at £25, good on you. Nice one, because you're now about to beat the queues, because, ladies and gentlemen, everybody pays the final closing price, and today it's £19.95. If you're on the phone line, stay there with us, ladies and gentlemen. It's wonderful to be alongside you today. It really is. Really nice to be with you this evening. It's a bit different for me to do an evening. I'm going back to the mid-shows. It's my last morning show tomorrow, and then I'm back on the mid-shows. You know what that means? I get a lie-in. Yes! So exciting! But yeah, it's very rare that I do the late show, so it is lovely to be with you today. It truly is. This is a spectacular price now, isn't it? Even
my
more.
Goodness me. Yeah, as I said, you just could not buy the wire or the head pins to make that strand. And it would, you're right, it would take you 6 or 7 hours, and then it would probably take you another 3 or 4 hours to go back through it and do it all over again because they don't match. It just amazes me how we can do that.
Love that. How can I make my money back? You know, could I make my money back just a pair of earrings, just a necklace, just
well, you
a
can
bracelet?
do, but you've got enough there to do a necklace, a bracelet and a pair of earrings, just a drop of 3 or 4 of those. Easily. Yeah, absolutely.
It's spectacular, isn't it,
Oh,
really?
it is.
Well done to everyone coming in and getting this. Absolutely lovely seeing you. And don't forget, you know, when you're working with high-end like this, high-end goes with high-end, doesn't it? Oh, I didn't know you were going back on the phone. Ooh. Sorry about the face, to apologise. I'm going to go over to something special now. Stop by! This is your opportunity, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to let you know 1 or 2 things. First things first, I'm bringing you the gemstones. Second things second, I'm going to bring you the prong tool kit. Third things thirdly, I lost it a bit, didn't I? Be honest, lost it a little bit. Thirdly, I'm going to bring you the bracelet base. First off, you're going to need the gemstones. Do these gemstones fit into the size? Yes, they do. Are these gemstones, do you have enough of these gemstones to fit into the bracelet, i.e., are we giving you, you know, 3 gemstones and you get 9 slots, so you have to buy loads of these? No, you get a good amount. In fact, you even have a couple left over to make maybe matching earrings if you wanted to, or a ring. We have got the opportunity for you to get these right here, right now, but they are brand spanking new. I know a lot of you have been waiting for these. We've already had a lot of interest. I want to have the opportunity now to get ahead of the queue. So, phone bidders, I'm going to forewarn you now. I'm going to guarantee you the gemstones under £50. Guarantee you. Now, can I just forewarn you, you're getting 4, 8, 12 of these gemstones in total. Guarantee you under £50. My producer not listening. I'm guaranteeing you under 40. Under £50. Under £50 on these. I guarantee on these ones. Okay. Now that's your warning. I would get on the phone right now, because when we bring up the graphics, that's when all the web bidders get in, and that's when more people come on the phone because they want to find out the price. So you ready? 0800 644 655 to purchase 12 of these. Oh my gosh. Press option number 1 because you are going to get mesmerised by this any moment now. Do you want us to do the findings first? Should we do the bracelet first? Yeah, let's do the bracelet first then. I'll do the bracelet first. Yeah, I do. Thanks, Debbie B. Debbie B's gently bringing it across for me. Right, hold your thoughts. Hold the phone. Well, don't. Stay on the phone because you're going to need the base anyway. We're going to do the bracelet base first for you, ladies and gentlemen, just so everybody, basically, you don't want to go and buy the gemstones and then go, oh, no, I missed out on the bracelet, do you? Because you're going to have the gemstones, you're not going to have the bracelet base. So let's do it this way around. Let me bring you the bracelet base first and let me show you around this, if I may. You're getting 8 opportunities of the gemstone holders on this, and just let you know, 12 of the gems, okay, so you're going to have 4 left over, which means you got yourself a pair of earrings, you got yourself one for, for a pendant, and you got yourself one for a ring. You've got a whole suite with this if you want to. I've got a mammoth amount of detail taken on this. I really have. Every single one of those links is accented. Every single one of these links is articulated. And what I mean by that is, sorry if I just do this, what I mean by that is look at how that moves. If this wasn't mechanized, if this didn't have that articulation, if this didn't have the craftsmanship upon it of that kind of silversmith work, then this would not be soft against the skin. It would be stilted, it would be awkward when you wore it, and it wouldn't rest beautifully along the likes of your wrist line. Details like this is all about quality. Now, you've been kind of playing with this, a couple of gemstones to it for me. What did it feel like, Debbie?
It's lovely, it's very substantial. In fact, I was thinking when you said about making earrings or what have you, you could take a couple of those links out to use as earrings and then just add some sterling silver chain or something to elongate the bracelet, couldn't you? Then you'd have a set.
Yes.
Which would be lovely. But they're very substantial, they're gorgeous.
Yes, they are, aren't they? They are exceptional. I love how you get all of that individual link and detail. And I'll be completely honest with you, I like it without the gems as well. I wouldn't mind, you know, taking out a few of these and just having it without. But I do have to say, with the gems, that's a whole new level of exquisiteness, isn't it? Don't you think? That is a whole new level of beauty. Right now, though, I do, just to let you know, if you buy the bracelet base, I do have, am I right in saying it's the exact same amount of the gemstones? Quantity-wise. Yeah, it's the exact same amount. So don't worry, if you want to get the bracelet base, you could purchase yourself a couple if you wanted to. It's absolutely up to you. I've got your opportunity right here, right now. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. 0800 644 655 to get the sensational base. Now, if you want to get your hands on this, let me just show you around all of it. You have got the extender on there, so you can make it slightly larger or smaller if you want to. But also look at these individual links. If you needed to make this smaller or shorter, you absolutely could. You could either take it out yourself if you've got the skill, or call to a jeweler's to get one of the links taken out, and maybe you could make that into a pendant, or maybe make that into a pair of earrings. This is essentially a beautiful size. I'll measure it for you if you want me to. I'll measure the length of the bracelet as is. Now that is including the extender and including the clasp. You're looking at just over 8 inches you're looking at on this, just over 8 inches. Now, I've got sparrow wrists. I am a 6-inch wrist, and if I were to do that up, that actually would fit me perfectly. I'm just over 6 inches on my wrist, and that would be with the lowest point of the extender. But you do have a sort of 3 centimetre extender there, so you can really vary it, really range it inside. Loads of you flying in for this. Can I just mention something? I'm not saying you have to go to the gym before you own this, but boy, oh boy, it's heavy. Have you seen the gram weight on it? Have you seen the gram weight on it? 8 grams. In fact, more than that. 8.5 grams of pure precious metal on this, ladies and gentlemen. Now, what does that mean? Well, one, it means you've got serious quality. You have got the creme de la creme, and you've got a lot of it. It also means you've got the average metal weight of close to 3 engagement rings within this. 3 engagement rings, average precious metal in just one piece. I know if we think about the average price of an engagement ring, well, it varies massively. But for a simple band, maybe just one small gemstone on the inside, 300, 400 pounds easily. For you today, ladies and gentlemen, the opportunity to own this. This is spectacular. You ready for it? Own the base today at £24.95 for you to be able to get that much precious metal. How often do we do the bracelet gemstones? The bracelet gem setting? Hardly ever. Hardly ever do we bring them to you today. We have got the opportunity for you to own this today. And we're giving you a launch price offer. Launch price. That is a launch price offer I cannot guarantee that we are going to be repeating that price point again. I can't guarantee it because it's a launch price point offer, and when we do a launch on certain pieces, if we discuss it with management, we're allowed to do it for the launch price only. I do have to point out though very clearly that I cannot guarantee this price point the next time you see this. The next time you see this, it will more than likely be back up to that £25 mark. It will still be a great price, but if you want it at launch price today, this is your way to get it. We do this sometimes. We don't always do this for pieces. We do this sometimes because it's kind of like a way of saying, you know, yeah, you were here when it first came out, so you don't have to go, oh, I love that, I really want that, but it's a bit on my price range. I better wait for it to be in the sale when there's only 3 left, and then I finally see it in 4 months' time, and I'm one of the last of 3, and I'm on the phone, and then I miss it, and I've been waiting and waiting and waiting. We basically say, like, you know, a real special premiere price point treat, so you don't have to wait, and it's kind of our way of saying thank you for being there with us, thanks for being on board with us. And don't forget, the gemstones are coming up. Literally, I'm going to do you the prong setting toolkit, so if you've never ever, if you're looking at this now and going, how on earth do I get those gemstones in there? What type of glue do I need? You don't need any glue, you just need a toolkit and a little bit of information, and I've got both of those things coming up for you, so do not be worried at all. Loads of you coming in, people buying 2s, 3s and 4s of this for it now. I'm going to bring you the gemstones after this toolkit. Now, the toolkit, I've got to say, is a very, very special deal for us today. It truly is. When we first launched kind of prong setting, it's only been a relatively recent thing. It was so popular because people could get the high-end glamour look, and that's, let's face it, what this gives you. And the way that we wanted to bring it to you was we wanted to bring it to you in a manner and in a way whereby the big names, you know, the likes of your Tiffany, your Cartier, your Boodles, the way in which they set their gemstones as well. And I've got the opportunity for you to do it right here, right now, because, ladies and gentlemen, you have this professional gem setting toolkit. What do you think about gem setting cool kit? You
Cool
heard
kit.
me, cool kit.
It is something
Toolkit.
relatively new, actually, isn't it? And it's nice, as you say, to have that high-end shop look, that you've actually been to a jeweller's and bought something as beautiful as a ring. Absolutely stunning. The tools in there are particularly well thought out. I use the handle to hold quite a few things, especially when I'm drilling things and one thing or another, which is useful. And the pliers are really nice to hold. The handles are nice and long and comfortable to use. It's a good comprehensive kit.
It is a fab kit. You've got everything you need to essentially place the gemstones into these high-end findings, like the bracelet, which is coming in at the bottom of your screen any second now. Don't forget, the gemstones coming up literally in minutes. So what have we got in here? We've got everything you need to give you that high-end look. You've got the likes of your gripper and your wedge. This is for holding the likes of this ring I've got coming up for you later within there. You also get your pusher, which will help you ease the arms around. You get things like tweezers and files to hold pieces in place, and you obviously get the tools to keep those kind of beautifully in detail as well. If you want to learn step by step exactly how to use this, we have done shows for you. Do feel free to look back on our YouTube channel. If you go to the playlist section, you'll be able to see pieces in there, but also we do have tutorials, etc., like the one you're seeing right now, available for you. Get your gem setting toolkit at a lower price of just £9.95 for you today. Not only are you getting all the tools that you need to be able to create gorgeous, stunning, high-end gemstones and high-end looks, like the look we've got on the bracelet for you and I'm about to do on the ring. Not only do you get the opportunity, and don't forget, you know, even though you're looking at that kind of little video behind me and going, well, that looks ridiculously easy to do, is that cheating? No, not at all. This is the way those big jewellery houses do it. They prong set this in. We give you the tools, you let your creativity go wild. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of it's a lot of fun, but it's also a great skill to have because it's something that you can pull through to necklaces, bracelets, and your rings. Fantastic, fantastic treat for you there really is. I'm going to be doing the beautiful gemstones that are really just encased within this stunning 925 here. The 925 bracelet base, by the way, at the bottom of your screen. I'm about to do those very, very, very shortly indeed. But it'd be rude for me if I didn't. I'm going to squeeze in a bit of a special star by. I talked to you a lot about the articulation of this bracelet. I showed you how every single one of these links moves like liquid precious metal. And that is so important because it shows off the wonder of these gemstones. That is just exceptional, isn't it? Take a look at how the light just plays through these, how that light hits that surface table and blends down that crown, how you get those facets that go all the way around and down that pavilion, stepping at every single point, going right the way down to that culée point. The culée point as well, not letting out 1 ounce of colour, keeping that intensity. You're not getting a vast amount of windowing with this or a vast amount of extinction, all due to the cut of this. That means that the colour stays pure, it stays fresh. Yeah, okay, it moves around the gemstone, but that's what we expect when we give a cut like this to the gemstone. We expect that movement. We expect that kind of gold to the kind of green colour. It's got a feel of Shanghai peridot about it, hasn't it? It really, really does. I've got that stunning, stunning light translation all the way down to the culée point. The culée, of course, there to not only kind of help us keep that light and brightness and colour inside, but also help with the security and sturdiness of this. You've not just got a little bit of a gemstone glued onto essentially something flat. If we did do that for you, then what would that mean? Well, it would mean you wouldn't have something super durable. It would mean that you wouldn't have something that played and translated the light as well as this does. I've got in these around about 2 carats worth in every single one of these gemstones. When I say 2 carats worth, I'm thinking of some of the most prized and jealousy-inducing gemstones out there. I really am. I'm thinking of celebrities who are photographed with the likes of 2-carat rings, 2-carat, sapphires in a neckline piece. I'm thinking about these people wearing 2-carat rubies to premieres. When I say 2 carats and I see it in one place, I know that I'm talking about the big deal. And I know it even more when I see the workmanship on this. Okay, did we get the bracelet base? Did you purchase that with that gorgeous articulation with over 8.5 grams worth of precious metal? If you did, you're gonna need these. The graphics are in for you. 0800 644 655. Press option number 1, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said to you earlier, you don't just get one of these. You don't just have to get one of these. You're going to be getting 12 of these stunning gemstones as part of that collection. You have 8 places left in this bracelet, which of course you can link out if you wish to. If you've got kind of the opportunity, you can link these out, use them as earrings. But don't forget for me, because I've got the opportunity for 8 of these gems to go in here and I'm going to have 4 left over, what am I going to do with my 4 spare gemstones? Well, hello, I'm going to be doing wire work and I'm going to make myself a pair of earrings, that's using another 2. I'm going to make myself a matching pendant, that's using 1, and I'm going to make myself a ring, that's making 1. I've used every single gemstone, I've created a suite of jewellery, and the great thing about it, it's going to be unique, it's going to be individual. How are you going to do your earrings with this? How are you going to do yours? I bet it'll look different to mine. Are you going to do a drop? Are you going to do studs? Maybe you've already got a set that you've actually got an idea of how you're going to prong them in. Every single one of these has the opportunity to look completely and absolutely unique and individual. You've got the bracelet base, which is at the bottom of your screen. If you want to get your hands on these stunning octagon gemstones, you've got the opportunity now. Your lemon gold quartz at just £34.95. And that is for all 12 of them, ladies and gentlemen. To get this amount of quality at that price point is astonishing. And if you're thinking, well, how do I know the quality of this gemstone? I don't know the You just made me do that strange sort of thing that my dog does. You know, when she hears like the postman come. That kind of her ears go up. What did you just say to me? Should be. I need to forewarn you, it's a premier price point of just £29.95 for you. That price point, if this was totally and absolutely cloudy for that carat went, oh yeah, I could be on board with that, totally. That price point, if maybe this was, a gemstone that didn't have this stunning almost scintillation, this vibrancy, yeah, I could understand that. That price point, if it didn't have this beautiful pleochrysm throughout it, and you can see that pleochrysm at home, can you see areas on this where you go from that beautiful green to a really bright gold? Because I can. I'm getting that Shanghai-esque look. Yeah, okay, if I didn't have all of those three things, $29.95 would be okay, but I am getting all of those things, and I was over the moon to bring you this many gemstones at close to the £40 mark, but never would I have guessed at $29.95 at all. Plenty of your multi-purchasing on this, which is unsurprising. Working out over 2 carats worth each and every one of these, that is something special indeed. I mean, we don't even get to see Brazilian lemon quartz of golden tones like this often at all, do we?
No, we don't. You're quite right, actually. I mean, I think that would look fabulous caught in some really fine chainmail.
Yeah.
To have that just encased, or even add some of those beautiful diamonds to it. I mean, it would look beautiful. It really is taking your jewellery to the next level, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
I, myself, would think to really show off the greens of it even more, pairing it with, oh, I don't know, a topaz and peridot ring. Not that that's something we could get our hands on, obviously.
Obviously not.
Do you know what? If I'd have worn this on this ring throughout the show, I would have had loads of people messaging by now saying, oh my gosh, you're engaged and how rich is your husband to me? Wouldn't I?
Absolutely.
It's got that look, hasn't it?
Isn't it gorgeous?
I love this as a pair. I want this as a set because for me, I know the quality there, I know the standards there, and I know that the price is way down there. So I'm absolutely over the moon for this. If you need any help on how to prong set this, give it a go. You've got the kit. If you need any help, have a little look on our Jewellery Maker YouTube page. Have a little look back on our previous shows where we demonstrate things like this. And don't forget our Facebook page is always there. Jewellery Maker TV UK, you know, Facebook, go on there and you're going to be able to ask any questions. The likes of our guest designers, more than helpful to really give you a helping hand. £29.95 for you today, and other customers, other customers would absolutely help you out. We're a big family here at Jewellery Maker, and we're always there to help each other out. We really are. So do absolutely feel free to treat yourself to this whilst you have the opportunity to do so. And if anybody fancies getting their hand on the ring, not long to wait at all. All you have to do is stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few minutes after this break.
There are 4 easy ways to stay in touch with Jewellery Maker. You can like our Facebook page and join a community of over 54,000 people. You can follow us on Twitter and tweet us your messages and opinions, send photos of your designs and enter our Wall of Fame competition. Or if you need any help or advice, you can email our friendly help team. Make sure to get involved and stay up to date with Jewellery Maker. Do you need a helping hand to get started with Jewellery Maker? Are you stuck for ideas and need inspiration? Then visit our Jewellery Maker website, where you can find our video tutorials. Expand your knowledge and skills with these easy to follow jewellery making demonstrations. Whether you're a beginner, hobbyist or business owner, there's always something new to learn. It couldn't be easier. Simply click and learn some new jewellery making techniques.
Do you want to tell everyone about the great purchase you've made from Jewellery Maker? Do you want to shout about the great service you've received? Then why not download the Jewellery Maker's Viewer's Voice app, available for iPhone or Android, and record a video that could be played on Jewellery Maker. Simply search Jewellery Maker Viewer's Voice in the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store and download our Viewer's Voice app straight to your phone or tablet. You can record as many videos as you like and send them straight to us here at Jewellery Maker. All you have to do is then carry on watching us as usual and wait for your video to be played. Download the JM Viewer's Voice app and you could be the next face we see here on Jewellery Maker.
There are 4 easy ways to stay in touch with Jewellery Maker. You can like our Facebook page and join a community of over 54,000 people. You can follow us on Twitter and tweet us your messages and opinions, send photos of your designs and enter our Wall of Fame competition. Or if you need any help or advice, you can email our friendly help team. Make sure to get involved and stay up to date with Jewellery Maker. Did you know when you book on a Jewellery Maker workshop, you are given exclusive access to our Jewellery Maker shop? You can browse through special items and offers, be privy to selected discounts and deals that you can't get at any other time. Shop whilst you learn and grab yourself some amazing offers. For more information on workshops and available dates, contact our call centre.
Hello everybody, welcome back all, welcome to Jewellery Maker. It's really nice to be with you today. My name is Rebecca Redican. I like it when I'm more in the middle. My name is Rebecca Redican and I am your presenter. It's wonderful to be with you today. Do feel free to call me Becky, by the way. I answer to Becky. Rebecca, I answer to as well. And unlike popular kind of demand says, Rebecca doesn't even mean I'm being told off. My mum never used to, well, she did now and again down the stairs, Rebecca! But you can call me Rebecca if you want to. It's lovely to be with you today, it truly is. And I have to say, I've got a big smile on my face because today I am joined by the wonderful Debbie Bulford.
Hello.
I like what you're wearing today, Debbie Bulford.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
So you just wear black, don't I? But yes,
I'm mixing it up
different.
a bit today. You've got a few shades of grey on if you...
That's really exciting, isn't it?
I'm not being specific about the number.
No.
Now, lovely ladies and gentlemen, we've got your kit coming up in just a few minutes. Can you tell us a little bit about it, please?
There's some beautiful lagoon colours, ready for your summer holidays, I think. And the gemstones are fabulous. Really enjoyed this kit, actually. Really nice.
It's a special, special, special. Look, how much you've made with that as well, Debbie.
I know, and I can't tell you how much I've got left over. I've got loads left over too.
I want to tell you something quite interesting about this as well. The blue strand you got in there, one of my favourite gemstones. I brought you a strand of the same gemstone the other day that was more expensive than the entire kit.
Really?
Oh, yes.
I'm not
Ladies
surprised,
and gentlemen.
Beautiful.
It was obviously a different strand. That's a brand new strand. It was higher carat weight. But yeah, if you missed out on that, you're in the right place. I have got miss out for you today. As soon as you see this on your screen, it means we've got less than 60 of the piece that we're going to be showing you. I'm going to bring you really quickly now a very high-end gem.
Oh, beautiful.
And what about the gemstone? Awkward. What do you think of this stunner, Debbie B?
It's gorgeous. I mean, I could see using some rose gold or even some antique bronze wire and doing almost like a button design to make them flat. Really pretty.
Kind of like that's facing.
Yeah,
yes.
because then we can go further then.
This strikes me as a U strand.
It is me strand.
When I look at things like this, I think of you.
Yeah, that with smoky quartz would look absolutely fabulous.
Ladies and gentlemen, genuine, natural, Tibetan turquoise. We get to see Tibetan turquoise now less than we see Sleeping Beauty. I think that might just be me, but I'm pretty sure. I can tell you, Ish, the last time I sold you and brought to you Sleeping Beauty turquoise, but not Tibetan. We don't get to see it often at all, do we?
No, we don't. And it reminds me of a strand I got at home. I think I've said this to you before, that I bought before I joined Jewellery Maker, and now I realise it's dyed howlite. Because you look at it against the real stuff and it's nothing like it.
Nope, not at all. Now, don't get me wrong, there is nothing wrong with copying turquoise, let's say. There's nothing wrong with getting a howlite and dyeing it to look a bit like this, as long as you don't refer to it as turquoise. There's nothing wrong with that. There's also nothing wrong with, say, the copying and resin style versions of this. There's nothing wrong with that. Who knows? We might get to a point where we have to bring you pieces like that because this is so extremely rare. There's also nothing wrong with your reconstituted turquoise, you know, getting your turquoise that's kind of the bits that you've maybe fasted off something and the bits that you've got left and getting them resin and mixing them together and doing a reconstituted version. There's nothing wrong with any of those things. But I tell you what, when I can bring you the real deal thing, which I can say to you is 100% turquoise, not 50% turquoise, 50% resin, or even 100% resin, I can say to you it's 100% the real deal. I know that for me, the price point of £80 for this is phenomenal. Price point today, ladies and gents. Okay. Okay. Oh. I don't actually know where to go with this now. I genuinely don't. Because maybe, whoa, I've got a strand of turquoise. I have, now I genuinely don't. I have a strand of turquoise on either, is it tomorrow or was it meant to be today, this morning? That was $75.95. I brought to you turquoise from loads of different locations in the world, the USA being one of the main ones we brought recently. And the strand I was referring to earlier on that I brought to you of turquoise, the last strand I brought to you, the last one or the one previous, was reduced price to £82.95. So those are the prices I'm used to seeing. So I'll be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen, was feeling slightly smug then to be able to bring you this for less than £80. That price point is the type of price point we didn't even see when it was reconstituted.
No, you're quite right, actually. No, I'm quite shocked by that. Well, very shocked by that.
That is phenomenal, genuine Tibetan turquoise, 100% turquoise. Not a bit of howlite, a bit of dye, not a bit of turquoise, a bit of resin, 100% at that price point. Something I've not seen before. I'm not surprised it's a last chance opportunity. Well done to you all. Your absolute corking deal today on that. £19.95. Well done to every single one of you. I'm absolutely over the moon with you on that one. I really am. I can't get over that. Now, am I bringing you tourmaline? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Am I bringing you lapis lazuli? Ladies and gentlemen, take a little look. Oh, I absolutely love this shape. We hardly ever get to see a bicone now and again, do we?
I love that shape, especially for doing weaving. It's fabulous.
It's the way, for me, it kind of works together.
Yeah,
it's
it nestles
the way
together, doesn't it?
Nestles, good word. Yeah, the way it kind of, nestles and sits next to each other. The way in which it kind of, it's almost honeycomb-esque, isn't it, in the look, in the appearance? It kind of tessellates together, kind of links in together. It's just a phenomenal, phenomenal strand. I love this gemstone. Lapis lazuli, we've got to see relatively recently quite a few opportunities, but not the natural variety, have we, Debbie B?
No, we haven't. And it really sparkles, actually. From over here, it really sparkles. It's gorgeous.
If you're not entirely sure what lapis lazuli is, I bet you've seen it before and not even noticed. Back in when you were in school and used to learn all about the likes of Tutankhamun, etc. Used actually in that mask, used actually in that very well-known pharaoh mask, the blue elements of it and the eye elements of it, kind of having a lot of this beautiful gemstone within it. It is a historic gemstone which has been used to adorn royalty, celebrity and pharaohs for millennia. It is a truly exceptional gemstone, created and used in some of the most prolific paintings in the world. To be able to get it at this price point, £9.95 for you today. This adorns some of the most spectacular paintings in the world ever. Back in the ancient times, people used to sort of show off with this. They used to show off with this colour because basically what you'd get was you would get people who would ask for their portraits to be done, and they would ask for as much sky as they possibly could in this painting. Why? Well, it was their way of showing off, because back in ancient times, they used to crush this gemstone up to use it as blue paint, because that's the only way they could get it. So they used to crush this up, mix it with a few more chemicals, and make blue paint. So that was kind of the way, really, of showing off to people. When people and royalty and kind of the aristocracy used to get the paintings done of themselves, they used to ask for loads of sky. It was their way of being like, hi, I'm on a battlefield. This is my horse and look at all my dogs. But mainly look at how much sky there is behind me, because that's how rich I am. Because that's what it was. It was saying, I've got this much blue paint and this is how expensive it is. Used in such a special way to be able to get it today at that price. Samantha is saying perfect for earrings, and I love that idea. Because Samantha, you're going to be able to see around these, aren't you? You're going to be seeing those delicate metal-like inclusions within these, really just bouncing off the surface of these. Well done to all of you. Hello, London and County Durham. Nice to see you. Isle of Anglesey, as well as Fife. It's wonderful to see Cheshire, Sussex, as well as Gloucestershire. All of the places that's coming in for these. Congratulations to every single one of you. getting that, because truly it is a special, special treat. In particular, as it's natural. When's the last time you saw it naturally? Yonks for me. How do you feel about this with these? Because for me, that is absolutely exceptional colour matching, don't you think?
It's beautiful, actually.
Doesn't it?
It's lovely together. Yeah, it does.
Now, I'm about to bring you something very, very special as part of this kit. So we gave this kit to you a couple of weeks ago and you got to work with it, and we're about to see a demonstration from you. How did you feel when you opened this kit, please?
I love it. I mean, I find, it sounds silly, but I find blue kits quite easy to do. Probably because I do love blues and turquoises, and I just think they are just sort of gemstones I would wear a lot. And I think if you feel comfortable with them, you probably find it easier to work with them. Do you know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean.
And I love these colours. I absolutely love them. So yes, I love this kit very, very much.
I'm glad you had fun with it. I truly am. I need to make you aware that I have quantity is less than 80. That's your forewarning, because, ladies and gentlemen, the quality and amount of this that you're about to get is about to knock your socks off. So I'm giving you the forewarning there. So if you miss it, please don't blame me. I have tried to give you a bit of a heads up on this. Don't forget, it's going to be extremely popular, because I can see the gemstones I've got in here. I can see the likes of the matrix box I've got in here. And also it's going to be very popular because look at the colours. You got blue in here, ladies and gentlemen. One of the biggest sellers in kind of the colour palette world, including some Pantone colours too. I'm bringing to you first off a mammoth amount of your cords. This beautiful, beautiful cording, which is just so soft. Nylon cord you've got here, super duper fine. 0.5, what did you say, millimetres wise? 0.5, so it's half a mil we've got on this for you here today. And on every single spool, you've got a mammoth 200 metres. 200 metres is enough cord to be able to crochet yourself an entire onesie if you wanted to. Isn't it? You don't know? Oh, all right, Sam. Just asking Sam, my tech op. She's looking at me like, I have no idea. Well, it is, because I'm crocheted a sleeve. I'm crocheting at the moment, using a cord very similar, and a sleeve. I've not gone through as much cord as I've got on here. The fact that you've got 600 metres worth on this is phenomenal. It's phenomenal, isn't it? It really is just spectacular to be able to get that amount. You must have had fun with it, working with kind of all of your cords.
The nice thing is that when you know you've got so much cord, you don't mind experimenting.
Yeah.
I think for those people who haven't done sort of your macrame or what have you before, this is ideal, because you think, well, if you waste a couple of metres, does it really matter? Because you've got so many.
Yeah, you're right.
You can just have a play with it, can't you? Not worry.
Yeah, you can have a bit of fun with it, can't you?
Yeah, you can.
I've got the exact thing to help you finish off these cords as well, because people always message in, when you've got cords, how do you get a really high-end finish and feel? And it's using things like these. This is your matrix box collection that I have here for you. You've got all of these different types of end caps, or cord ends, if you will. Let me explain a couple of them to you. First off, the caps, what are they? Well, they look, I always think, like the one that stands next to the horse on the chessboard. Oh,
castle, the castle.
The one that stands...
Castle,
no.
Bishop.
The rook.
The rook.
The what?
I thought it was the bishop.
Yes, you're right. Yes, you're right. You got there in the end. Yes, that one. It looks a bit like them. You get this beautiful detail around the base. You get that wonderful doming. You have the kind of loop at the top as well, the nook at the top, and you get it in these 4 different sizes. The wonderful thing with these ones is that you've got the different kind of size within there. So you've got really, really dainty. So if you did maybe kumihimo, an 8-cord kumihimo in here. On this one, you could go wild doubling up those cords. So very much dependent. You're going for something dainty, something really kind of cutesy and dainty, maybe go for these cord ends. Or for something big, bold and beautiful, you can go for the larger ones. And you do get pairs of these, and you get a couple of pairs in some. I've then got the cord ends. Now these possibly are easiest kind of findings to work with. The cord ends are so simple. I'll break it down to you like this. Imagine I've got a plait here of cord. Pop it in, close that side down, close that side down just with a piece of pliers, a pair of pliers, and you're done and dusted. You've then got a really gorgeous finish because it's nice and professional, and you've got your chain attached, and you've got your S-shaped hook attached, which means you can change the different lengths of this. It's so simple to do. But again, very much like with the end caps, you don't just get one size. You get 4 sizes, from cute and dainty, maybe for the likes of your bracelets, to the big and bold, maybe for your cabochon hangers. Look at those, loads of cords you'll get in there. So you get that all in the matrix box. And then bringing to you the gemstones, and we have not scrimped on these gemstones. You've got a spectacular collection in here, haven't you? Organic, first off, we'll start off with. This is a stunning pearl strand. Genuine, real deal pearl. Your wonderful organic. What you've got with this is a 7x8 mil. Now, why is that important to say the size of these? Well, first things first, because it doesn't have a carat weight. Does that mean it's not real? Does that mean it's not precious? No, not at all. It just means it's an organic. It's like with amber or with jet, they don't have carat weights because it's an organic, but it is still very, very precious. So a 7x8 mil is important because it lets you know kind of the amount you're getting. It's also important because as soon as you're getting around the 8 mil, you're heading towards that luxury size. So very lucky to have this size on this strand for you. I've also got in here something that goes perfectly with this theme. You've got that beautiful pearl created in water, created by the mollusk, and you have this stunning aquamarine. Now that is spectacular, isn't it? You think about the mollusk created in the water, created kind of in this kind of serene location, and then you think of this gemstone here. Of course, gemstone of the sea, isn't it? When we refer to aquamarine, gemstone in the sea for many, many reasons. The name, first off, aquamarine. Also that historically it was believed kind of in ancient times that it would protect you from any storms at sea when you were sailing, trying to off discover new lands. And actually when I worked on a cruise ship, our captain used to carry around a piece of this. But also from mystery, folklore and tale, believing that mermaids used to cry tears of aquamarine to do a bit of a damsel in distress, you know what I mean? So you've got those ones as well. Very high-end gemstone. It's going to go so well with the aquamarine. I've got coming up for you a little bit later on. They work perfectly together, don't you think? This one's coming up for you very, very shortly indeed, so do stay tuned to get your hands on that aquamarine. Not long for you to wait at all. Perfect pairing there. I've then got the hematite too in those lovely rondelles, giving you a little bit of an edge, giving you a little bit of sturdiness with that submetallic luster. Very interesting gem there. All of that is something very special. I've just made you a sundae, a great ice cream sundae. I've got the likes of the top end luxury ice cream in there. I've been bringing you sprinkles in here. I've got the stunning substantial sponge fingers in there. And now I need to pop the cherry on top. Oh my gosh! Blue opal, how I love thee. This, ladies and gentlemen, is honestly such a special strand. I'm going to put my hands up right here, right now and say, of course I know the price this kit is going to. Of course I do. I get told most of the prices before until obviously my producer tries to make me pull stupid faces when they drop the price. But I get told most of the price before, and I do know the price of this kit. I am honestly, hand on heart, happy to pay the price of the entire kit for just this one strand. In fact, I was very, very close to it the other day. This is your sensational natural blue opal. You have delicate, delicate pink element glows in some of these of that opalescence. Myself and Fleur purchased a coloured opal on show the other day. We went to a break. Obviously, we're so professional. We were in a break and then we were on the tablet typing it in. At staff cost, we were very, very close to the price you're about to see. Ladies and gentlemen, brand new blue opal, your price point today should be £37.70. Bear in mind for me that that's not actually the price point it should have been. Should have been closer to 50. £24.95 for you, ladies and gentlemen. That price alone for the likes of this stunning blue opal. Blue opal we don't get to see every single day. Blue opal is the same type of opal that we have seen go to auction at the likes of Sotheby's, go to auction at the likes of Christie's. It's been present in some of those huge pieces in the likes of your, what's the name of the thing? Your Tiffany's Blue Book, for example. These have been present in all of those things. I saw a record-breaking opal not so long ago. I'm sure you've all seen it as well. I might put it on my presenter page, actually, can't remember. But yeah, record-breaking opal selling, coloured opal selling for over £2 million. I mean, that's the type of price point we expect for a coloured opal. We do not expect £24.95, and it's not just for the opal. It's for... Okay, and this is where the face comes in.
Oh my goodness. Oh dear, all that. Dearie me. I don't think I've ever seen opal that size either. That is just silly.
Not for that size and for that amazing quality, and the fact that some of these have that pink glow inside.
Yeah,
That is so special, isn't it? That really is something exceptional. I mean, think about it this way, do you mind? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. I've got 11 on here. That means it's working out price point per one for 11. Let me just do my calculations in my head, which is a lie. For 11 of these opals, I'm just thinking per one, because you know we've had over 2 million sale on coloured opal recently. It's working out £1.81 per opal. Now that's ignoring all of this. All of that's a given. All of that's free. The £1.81 per each of these. That is spectacular. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4 strands, including those mammoth pearls. You've got that whole matrix box set there as well. So already we're up to 5 components. 6, 7, 8 components there, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, I went to the other side, didn't I? 8 components, and not many left. 20, did you say? 20 quantity left for you here. That's it. Can I just say to every single one of you, pat on the back. What a great treat on a Wednesday afternoon that is. Good on you. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that people are buying 2s. 1s, 2s and 4s. No one's going for 3s. Be the first one. People buying 4s, but not the 3s. It's so well done to every single one of you. I just need to let you know that as soon as that does sell out, we will have to take the graphics off your screen. So do please be quick, because your names have gone off my screen twice already, and there's loads of you waiting with it in your baskets. £19.95. Did you expect that?
No, I didn't at all. I mean, this kit is so lovely for so many reasons. The aquamarine strand I just adore, and the hematite strand I would just restrand it, because that's a gentleman's necklace really, because it's quite unisex, isn't it? That sort of snake chain look almost.
You're right. Yeah, you're right.
I just think it's fabulous. It's a fabulous kit. It really is.
I think it's just phenomenal, isn't it? Look at how dainty. I love that lace-like look you get with it.
Yes.
It's really pretty,
really
isn't
pretty.
it? Now, ladies and gentlemen, I am officially over-allocated. And what does that mean? Well, it basically means that I actually have, sadly, nowhere near as many as I would like to have. It means that we've got about 4 left, and I've got about 9-ish in baskets, approximately. So, are over-allocated. So, basically, if we have the graphics, which are these bits, which are normally, which are normally over there, if we don't have those in, then we get a phone call that says basically, what's going on? Are you broken? So I'm really quickly going to bring you another quick deal.
Oh, I like those. I've been looking for some of those at home, actually, yes.
We do not get to see these often at all. They've been out of stock, apparently, for a long time. I'm bringing them to you now. Tell me, please, why you have missed these so much.
I've just been doing some big Camimo strands and bits and pieces with some wools and cottons, and you just can't get them.
No.
You cannot get them that size anywhere. And when you do, they're really expensive. Or they've got a huge hole on the top and half the cords pull through. So
annoying.
No, they're really good. They're good value.
Good value for them then. These are going to be great, surely, if you're using them with things like leather as well.
Oh yeah, good with leather. But what I actually like doing is taking one of these and actually having the chain coming down like a really, really substantial like tassel at the bottom.
Like that idea.
And just putting lots and lots of strands of chain and just keeping it silver. And that looks really nice actually, just with a big tassel.
That's going to be really dramatic.
You can use them for tie backs as well. You can use for tie backs.
Curtains wise, like that idea a lot. Love that idea a lot. You are getting, ladies and gentlemen, 4 of these in total. Your price point is just £9.95 for all 4 of them. Just to let you know, they're brass, that means they're weighty. I mean, look at the weight on them, 30 grams. They're weighty. Also, they're strong because they're brass. And of course, they have silver plate over the top, so they're precious as well. £9.95, great deal for you. Debbie B, what are we going to be learning with you today, please?
Some of the macrame on the necklace that's next door to you. Okay, going to do some of the weaving. Okay, so we're going to start off by taking a piece of wire. To start off with your designs, you can put this through whatever your clasp is going to be or a jump ring, but I'm going to start off with a piece of wire. I'll show you one and then I'll show you how I've set them up. Okay. So I've taken a piece of wire and that is going to hook around the top of my macrame board. And I'm going to do a lark's head knot, which means you take a loop and you pass it either under or over, depending where you want the finish to be. Put that over the top and then you pull the 2 cords that are underneath through it and it forms a knot. So it's nice and neat and tidy. And then when you've got enough cords, you place that over the top of your board. That's
a good tip. Just to let you know, kit has sold out. It is gone. See you later, sweet potato. So for everyone who got them, we had about 80-ish, didn't we? For everyone who got them, big congratulations. Sorry if you missed out though.
So I've set the board up here with all my cords done exactly the same, the lark head's knot, and put that with a piece of wire just to put over the end of the macrame board. Okay. Now I'm going to take one string and place it over all of the strings. All right. Have you seen this done before?
No, Ollie's just said, I'd really love if she could sort of play a tune with this now. It does look a bit like that, doesn't it? Like you're just going to be angelic. Like,
wish I could. Now I'm just going to do 2 knots. So I'm going to go under, just put it over the cord on the right and pull. I'm just going to do that twice. Now, some people like to do a lark's head knot with this, but to be honest, the cord is so fine you can't see whether it's been done with a lark's head or a double knot.
Oh, okay.
So,
well, that's easier, isn't it?
I know, a lot easier. So 1, 2, and you do that with every cord. Okay, so I'm just going to move this over. When you've done your cord, move it over 1. So if I push that up a bit, you can probably see that I'm just moving them so there's a gap at the bottom.
I get you. Yeah, yeah.
So I know I'm not doing the same cord twice.
Okay, so you leave a few spaces.
Yeah, I should have put my small little board in actually so
Don't
you
worry.
can see it a bit better.
That's all right.
So if you keep doing this and you keep going over, you probably can't see very close. I'll show you in a second that this is starting to go at an angle. It automatically goes at like a diagonal.
And you're keeping hold of that first one,
yeah, keeping hold of the first loop, the first cord, and you keep just pulling this tight just twice. 1.
How much pressure are you putting onto those knots?
Really pulling it nice and tight, actually. They don't come open, which I'm pleased about because some of the cords are so silky. They don't tend to grip each other.
Stay in place.
This is fine.
Oh, that's good.
So you keep going, and you can, if you can see, if I hold this up.
Let's say the doorbell rang and Brad Pitt wants to take me out onto a date.
Right.
I don't want to say to him, Brad, I'm in the middle of this macrame, so how can I remember when I get back to it exactly how to carry on? Because I always think when I see this many cords, if I stop, I'm going to lose where I am.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Well, you can see that you haven't knotted those 3 there, and I would just take the cord across to one side and leave it, and then you'll know you're working across that way. You know you're working across to the right rather than the left, so it just helps you. I don't know if you can see, if you can get probably close, but that's starting to go in a diagonal across. You see that? It's starting to go like in a curve, and it automatically does that. Doesn't matter what you do, it automatically does that into like a half moon.
That's amazing.
All right?
Yeah, I didn't expect that.
So when you've done that a couple of times, I've got another one set up here. When you've done that a couple of times and you keep going backwards, it then start to do a zigzag. It's gone once there and then once across.
Look at all those colours.
So these are all the colours that are in the kit.
Wow.
Now if you wanted to do some designs where you've got a second row but actually knitting up against it, don't, when you get to the one end, this is the cord I've just used. If I wanted it to do another zigzag, I'd put that across and start all over again. But if you want it to start knitting up against it, just nestling up against, put that cord that you've just used to one side.
Okay.
And that is now one of your weaving cords. That's going to be knotted. And take the one on the right this time and you work back across. And you go underneath the row that you've just done. And you'll see it will nestle up against. Do you want to do something else while I do that?
I am really quickly just getting out this selection. I'm trying to get you just to set out, but actually it goes on and on and on, so I'll keep finding more elements and more bits to show you. This is what I'm about to bring you now. Apparently never ever been seen alone before, but it is a Kumihimo accessory set. Now, oops.
Carry on.
Sorry, Debbie, we're just coming in and grab that, thanks. Guest designers have to be careful around me. That's why Debbie B's got her glasses on. She's not even got bad eyesight, so it's just protective eyewear.
I wish.
I've got for you here a beautiful amount of your Kumihimo cord ends. Now, this is just a set, but I actually have a 3-pack of this. So what are you getting here? You get a pair of the cord ends themselves, so they've got that beautiful high shine detail, and you've got in there that really large kind of entrance section there, so you can put all your cords in. You've also got, if you look, the loop at the top of these ones, which have got a really wonderful kind of prowess to them, and you've also got the opportunity to be able to link clasps onto these with your oval shaped I thought you weren't looking at me then. These oval shaped Are you joking? Oval-shaped jump rings. Now, the oval-shaped jump rings are important because if they weren't oval, if they were just round, you wouldn't have a movement, as it were, on the clasp. The clasp would be stiff and sturdy and it wouldn't sit very nicely. So, really important that they're the oval ones. So, you get a pair of them for each set as well. Don't forget you're getting 3 sets. You then get the clasp. So, you get a T-bar at one end and a loop at the other end. So, you've got your T-bar clasp. What's this called again?
Toggle clasp.
Toggle clasp. Can't believe I just forgot that. you get your toggle clasp here, ladies and gentlemen. So obviously, if you've never seen these before, you get the T-bar that goes through the loop. You've got a clasp there that's really, really easy to work with. It's great on the likes of bracelets as well. You don't have to worry about if your nails are long enough for the likes of a lobster claw clasp, etc. Really easy for you to work with. And then you get this one. Now this I really like because it's like it's a charm hanger, we describe it as, but you can do so much more with this. You know, pendant bail you can have with this. You can of course have it the other way around if you wanted to. Just use it on a completely different design and actually have your cords going through there as your tassel detail. So lots you could do with this. 3 sets of them, 3 packs of them you get. So that is kind of that's one collection there, but you get 3 of them in total. Your price point today, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, it's just £4.95. Launch price detail offer. Not seen alone by itself before, I'm being told. And yes, that is genuine, real deal rose gold over the top of it. It's not colouring, it's not a flash, it's genuine plating over the top of it. Now, I know full well that these are quite... Is it bespoke? Is that the word I'm looking for? Quite professional kind of ends to look for, and you can't just find them everywhere. That well-known crafting store that I go into now and again for kind of paper crafty things, I've not seen a collection like this in there.
I've never seen them. I've never seen them, and they are really expensive. I know when we go sometimes to an exhibition and we buy bits and pieces, and you normally get one set, just 2 of them in a bag for like £3 or £4, you know,
for just one
set.
Wow.
Because usually they are poor quality. They're very thin. You can almost press them together.
Got you.
But these are really, really substantial. They look, and as we all say, it's the way you finish off your jewellery that makes things look handmade and not homemade, and it just changes the value of your jewellery completely.
Yeah, I get that. That's a really nice analogy. I love that. And you're right, it is about how you finish it off as a design, isn't it?
Makes a real difference.
I suppose it's like with everything, really. With, you know, high-end clothes, you don't expect to go and buy a really high-end, beautiful, expensive dress and then,
a plastic
you know...
button on it or something.
Yeah, exactly.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
And we all, and I don't know why, when we buy jewellery, we all look at the clasp. We either turn it over to have a look at the back of it, or we look at the clasp. And that is what sells it to us, is the fact that it's secure.
Things like this really make it. Yeah, fab. Well done, everybody who's getting your hands on that. Okay, so we're back on to doing the double row.
Right, so because I've gone from, rather than gone from the same end, I've gone from the second, I don't know if you can see that, if I lift it up you probably can see a bit closer. But it's now got 2 rows. It's now got a double row. If I wanted to keep doing that all the way along, I would keep working across from the right-hand side and keep taking my cords from the right and keep working over. And then they all end up sort of being the opposite way around.
Okay.
You can also take 2 or 3 strands and you can do your square knots if you want to. On the necklace I've got here, halfway down I decided I wanted to do a completely different pattern and started to do the square knots. So you can probably see on this that you've got the rows as I've just done, and then I did the square knots in the middle and then started to do the rows again. So you can do whatever design you want, really. It can be completely bespoke to you. And then just the little tassels at the bottom.
So how do I do this bottom bit here? If I just left a long length of it?
Okay, so if I got to this point and say this is the bottom of my necklace here, if I take this off the board, okay, pretend that's the bottom of my necklace, okay?
Yeah.
And when I was designing it, all the rest of that side was up here. So if imagine that's the side of my necklace and it was going off the board and I put that onto one side. Then what I did was I put some pins, I haven't got any pins here, but I just used dressmaking pins and put them in a line and made sure that I started my necklace the other side of my pins. So I knew that that was going to be, if I take this off a minute, I'll take them all off, that's it. So then all of those were pinned to one side, and then I started to do the necklace again, going up here. I got the curve because it started there and started here, and I put the pins. That's it, it's a diagonal, that's what I did.
So you can restart it again.
Restart it all over again.
Great.
Just to make sure it's the same both sides.
That's fab.
Okay.
Debbie, thank you so much for showing us that. I love that lacy look design. And it just gives you, it's just such a natural look and appeal, isn't it, really?
Yeah, it's just very pretty with all the nice little summer dresses that are quite frilly and a lot of lace in them, isn't there?
So
much lace, and I just thought it just went with it, really, so it's quite pretty.
It's very pretty, Debbie B.
you.
Thank you very much. Aren't they beautiful? Your kit did sell out, though, very popular with everyone, so I'm sorry about that. I'll be back.
Okay.
Hi, everyone. You okay? I'm editing. Oh, let me bring this. I've got to bring this, haven't I? The old tablet. Tablet and brew, most important things in the trade. It's lovely to see you all this evening. How are you doing? What time is it? Oh, it's quarter to 8, is it? Blimey, quarter to 8? What time do we finish here? 9? Oh, my gosh. Speedy Gonzales, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, hasn't it? Wowzers. Which is good, really, because we're up bright and early tomorrow. Me and my director, Ollie, filming something. Filming a little DVD, if you will. I'm not going to say who, but you'll probably know if you know I'm on with Alison Tarry tomorrow. Plot spoiler alert. Ladies and gentlemen, I've got loads coming up for you. I just want to show you these two together, you know, because I think they are phenomenal as a pairing. Number 1 is the stunning aquamarine, and number 2 is this little beauty. That labradorite to me, I am seriously questioning labradorite or spectralite. Let's look at the location later on, shall we? Because I'm saying spectralite completely myself. It's phenomenal, isn't it? Do not forget, this stunning ring with the gemstone is coming up for you very, very soon. But right here, right now, going over, are we? Stop. I was just checking. Oh, how do we make this cool? We're going to a star by now. I'm so excited that you'll get the chance to have these. Have you had these on the Late Show before? This is such a stunner of a gemstone, it really is. What I'm about to show you is a gemstone which is so beautiful and rich and deep in saturation, and then it gives you this little like wink of light, because, ladies and gentlemen, this has genuine metal-based inclusions within it, which gives you a look to really behold. Get ready for this, because if you've not seen it before, now's your chance. So special. Now that looks, let's be honest, nice, doesn't it? I would describe this as nice on the ratings. I'm about to show you why this is exceptional though. Look at those golden tones running underneath the surface. Aren't those just spectacular? Now I have to say that because this is so highly polished, and because the lights in here are so exceptionally bright, and because this is such a lustrous body gemstone, that actually it's almost tricky to see in here because the lights are so powerful. But boy oh boy can you see them. They are exceptional, aren't they? Ladies and gentlemen, this is your start buy. Get yourself on the phone lines if you want to treat yourself to this right here, right now, because this is a real treat and a half. There it is, your copper light dioxide. It's just so captivating, isn't it? Look at all of these. Can you see every single one of them with that copper inclusion, those platelets internally? It is so eye-catching. I'll show you on the back, and I want you not to hit the light with it. You can kind of see that phenomenon, can't you? You really can. What you've got with these is cabochon. So we've got the opportunity there to use our wire with it, to use our felting with it, to use our soutaching with this would be phenomenal. But also for me, when I've got something with this much of a phenomenon, this much interest, in particular one of those, if you get it home, you're going to really kind of enjoy the gemstone for its heart, for its interest, for that kind of really deep, rich, highly saturated, completely opaque base, that almost foreboding richness, and then you get that sunshine golden shine through the clouds of this. It's just so captivating that for me, I wouldn't have to do much to this at all. I most certainly will be working it with copper if I so had the choice, and I would most certainly be highlighting this as very feature pieces. I have got some delicate ones here as well though. 250 carats worth I've got in total, and I've got 4 of these in total for you, ladies and gentlemen. A really, really captivating gemstone on gemstone collection here for you. If you've never owned your copper light dioxide, now's your opportunity to do so, because it really is something to behold. And I think personally, this is one of those that looks way better in real life. Like I say, 30-day money back guarantee. Use it, feel free to, because it just look spectacular in real life. It really does. You've got a very, very special opportunity on these ones today, ladies and gentlemen. Your price point today, £9.95, Debbie Bulford, for copper light. Don't you think that is an exceptional deal?
It is, and I think that's one of the gemstones that you'll get home and you'll think, I can wear that time and time and time again, because it's perfect for your monochrome, perfect just to add silver. And I guarantee silver or copper or gold with that, not with any other colour, that will always walk off craft stills first. Anything black with the metal will just go.
You're
won't
right.
it?
You're so right. You're absolutely right. I love that point about it. And it's going to be eye-catching, isn't it? If you are at the likes of your craft fair at your craft stall, of course it's going to be so eye-catching, captivating, because someone's going to walk past it and it's going to give you that glint. It's almost like walking past the Mona Lisa, isn't it? And her eyes follow you. It's almost like walking past the Mona Lisa and you going, hey, oh, did she just wink at me? It's that kind of look, isn't it? Because you get that real interesting look. Really is. Why are we dropping this in price? We just are. That is £9.95. That's working out about £2.50 per one. £5.99 is not just a little bit of a drop. That is an absolute ouch. My jaw has got a lot of gravel on it because it's just hit the floor. That is absolutely ridiculous. Working out about £1.50 each, under. £1.40 something each. If you got 4, of course, it's still a carry rate. That is phenomenal, isn't it, Debbie? Do you fancy one of these?
Yeah.
Which one would you like?
I really don't
would you like
mind.
them all?
No,
All's
I'll have one of the
probably a
oval
bit
ones,
much.
that'd be nice.
One of the oval ones. All right, I'll pass you one of these over. We're going to give you this to Debbie as a challenge. By the way, loads of you coming in for this, unsurprisingly whatsoever. If you believe in the things like crystal healing, this gemstone's got a really interesting story and tale behind it. Obviously, I can't say whether or not that is true. I could just say that some people believe in it. And if you do, then do your research, because this gemstone's quite interesting in that way. I'm going to give one of these to Debbie B, and I can see she's got the copper wire out instantly. That means your ideas are flowing, aren't they, Debbie B?
Trying. Yes.
What have you got in mind?
Just going to try and do some sort of bezel around it, I think, just to show something really simple. So,
Love that idea.
Sometimes I think with cabochons, if you do too much wire work, it covers the front too much. You don't see the lovely gemstone, do you? But something really simple.
You're completely right. Loads of people getting this, lots of multi-purchasers, unsurprisingly. Can I also just state to you, nobody tell anybody about the price we've just done. I said I wasn't going to order anything today, but I just had to, says Amanda in gorgeous Merseyside. Hello, Amanda. Do you know what? At that price point, it'd be absolutely and completely rude not to. But Amanda, if you could just make sure management never find out that we did this at that price, that would be great. I'd really, really appreciate it. How do you feel about something like this with the labradorite? That's going to be special, isn't it? A very special labradorite. Now, well done to everyone who got this, by the way, an absolute steal of a deal. And just to let you know, at that price point, we're going to have to sell it out tonight, because otherwise we're going to get really told off. So keep coming through on those phone lines, because we are going to sell out on that one tonight at that price point. But also just to let you know that I have another phenomenal looking gemstone coming up for you. You've waited and waited and waited. The quality is here. It is my, apparently, presenter's pick. Felt a bit like I was stuck in a lift with that music then. I've not heard that before. Ladies and gentlemen, oh my gosh, I've just got to show you this. I am absolutely in love. Take a little look at this. I'm going to have to take this necklace off because I need to show you this against my neckline. Oops.
Doesn't matter.
End of the chain, just dipped in my brew, but it was only the end bit. I need to show you this up to the neckline because it is so, so eye-catching. You ready? I'm going to show you it from there as well. So you're a good, what, 10, 20 feet away from me? Hang on. Let me get it rest perfectly. You can see the quality of this from where you are now, can't you? That is so captivating. I am absolutely over the moon to bring you this, ladies and gentlemen, the quality of which is exceptional. Some of these with the areas of translucency, which is very rarely seen in a labradorite. It's seen in a spectralite, but very rarely seen in a labradorite. You're getting pinks in here, which then melt into vibrant purples. Again, rarely seen in a labradorite, often seen in a spectralite. I've also got in here for you such an impact of colour that pans across the whole thing. Now that again isn't something you always get in labradorite. In spectralite you do. In spectralite you'll tend to get that, but not in labradorite. Not in labradorite. Labradorite much more patchier in appearance. And also the location of this is very interesting. Any chance this is from Madagascar? The main location, the location we know of and go to a lot of the time for our spectralite. Oh yes it is. Wow. Spectralite and labradorite, very, 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 very close to call it. I myself personally would call this a spectralite because it's given me everything I would expect to see in a spectralite. Is a spectralite and a labradorite different in kind of the chemicals and the details in them? No, not really. They're essentially the same gemstone. A lot of the times you'll just look for certain attributes as to when you name them. I personally would have named this a spectralite. I'm kind of glad we didn't, because if this were named a spectralite, I know full well, I would be whacking another £10 on the price point of it. And I know that without shadow of a doubt. That's just the way it is. I would be paying that extra. Why? Well, because of the quality, because of the notoriety, because of the status. So yeah, okay, I know instantly that I would be whacking about another £10 on top of the price point of this. If not more, I'm saying Jewellery Maker, I'm being calm and relaxed about that, you know, only an extra tenner. So realistically, for me, to get what I personally would describe as a spectralite, and even if it's not, I would describe it as the best quality labradorite, so greater quality that actually it's very similar to that of a spectralite, then I am great. I am absolutely over the moon that I'm bringing you this quality labradorite price point, but I'm getting the look of spectralite. £14.95. Do you know what? I take away what I've just said. If this were classed as a spectralite, I would put another 20 on top of that. Absolutely. £14.95 for you today to get the quality of spectralite at the price point of a labradorite. And actually, I'm going to be a bit picky now and say labradorite at that price point doesn't come around constantly. It's not like, oh yeah, £14.95, that's always the go-to low price of labradorite. It's not. We brought you labradorites at higher price points than that. If I just hold it out for you, just to let you see that I'm not just kind of showing you the middle bit, because that's the good bit. Have a look at every single one of them. Every single one of these is giving you serious quality. And let me just do a little flip it, so you can see the quality on the back as well, because again, that's not something that you get to always see if you're buying, you know, just from a photograph offline. Oh, I'll count them for you. Approximately 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I can only zoom my 2 times table up to a certain point. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 approximately. You might have more, you might have less. It's all done on caraway. 78 pence each. This is a genuine gemstone. Never ever forget for me, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm showing you here. Okay. This hasn't been made by a person in a lab who's been given some nice shiny things, whacked them all together with plastic and blobbed them into a ice cube tray that is this shape, and then put them all together and then drilled a hole in them. That has taken from start to finish approximately 2.5 hours. This has taken hundreds of thousands of years for Mother Nature to create. Every single one of them will never be created in exactly the same manner. Every single one of them on this strand will be completely and absolutely individual and unique. Every single one of these is going to stand out from the crowd and give you a look unlike any other. If you want to treat yourself to this today, ladies and gentlemen, now is your opportunity to do so. It truly is. This presenter's pick is not going to stick around for long because your name's going off my screen. Every single one of you is going to have a big smile on your face, because don't forget, the quality of this looks good on screen. It's going to be even better in real life because this thrives in natural light environment. Every single one of you is getting that well done. If you want to treat yourself to it, though, it's so important you check out your baskets ASAP. Just a stunning strand. Congratulations to you all. After the break, I'll be back. And yes, the peridot ring will be too. See you in a few minutes.
Jewellery Maker course gift vouchers are now available. You can choose from a bronze, silver or gold voucher. Each voucher is worth a different amount that entitles you to put towards a course of your choice. For more information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655.
Did you know that no matter how many times you purchase with Jewellery Maker in the same day, you'll only be charged one postage and packaging fee?
There are 2 easy ways you can purchase from Jewellery Maker. You can watch our show on Sky, Virgin, Freeview and Freesat, and call our free phone number where you'll be put through to our friendly help team who can place your order. Alternatively, you can go to our website and click to register. Once you've filled in the required details, you can start shopping. You can watch the show by clicking on the Watch Live Show button on the homepage. You can also use our quick search tool and narrow down your results. Once you have found an item that you like, simply click on the Add to Basket button and you can continue shopping or check out right away. Don't forget you can add as many items to your basket per day for only 1 P&P. Enjoy shopping with Jewellery Maker. Join Jewellery Maker for our Day at the Races weekend. Our designers will have you chomping at the bit, featuring everything from micro macrame and diamond copper wire to sterling silver and fascinators. If you want to be a front runner, make sure you tune in for lots of inspiration and tutorials straight from the horse's mouth. Our amazing star buys will get you off to a flying start, and our jewellery kits are sure to put you on a winning streak. You simply must watch the show. Sorry to be a nag.
Here at Jewellery Maker, we love seeing your jewellery creations, learning about your inspiration and reading your blogs. If you write your own craft or jewellery blog, then we'd love to hear from you. Simply tweet us at jewellery_maker UK with your blog link and we'll be in touch.
We here at Jewellery Maker love to hear your feedback. So working in conjunction with FIFO, a global ratings and reviews provider, when you purchase a product from JM, you will receive an email asking you to rate our service and our products. This helps us to bring you excellent customer service and ensure we're bringing you value for money and high quality goods. Have your say with Jewellery Maker FIFO reviews. Do you want to tell everyone about the great purchase you've made from Jewellery Maker? Do you want to shout about the great service you've received? Then why not download the Jewellery Maker's Viewer's Voice app, available for iPhone or Android, and record a video that could be played on Jewellery Maker. Simply search Jewellery Maker Viewer's Voice in the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store and download our Viewer's Voice app straight to your phone or tablet. You can record as many videos as you like and send them straight to us here at Jewellery Maker. All you have to do is then carry on watching us as usual and wait for your video to be played. Download the JM Viewer's Voice app and you could be the next face we see here on Jewellery Maker. Join guest designer Rachel Norris on her Artisan Earrings DVD. Get creating stunning designs in no time at all through the fantastic tuition from Rachel. The easy to follow steps shown on this DVD will make you feel like you have your own personal tutor and experience many different techniques specifically designed for creating earrings. This DVD covers how to make your own findings, Aztec, Art Deco and Aphrodite earrings. To get your hands on a copy of this fantastic DVD, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Get creative with Jewellery Maker.
Get interactive with Jewellery Maker by liking our Facebook page and join over 55,000 like-minded people.
Welcome back, everybody, to your midweek Wonderthon show. It's Jewellery Maker, and in case you didn't realise, we don't work off a script here. Proof. It's lovely to see you all this evening. My name is Becky. It's really nice to be with you here on The Late Show. I always enjoy coming and doing a bit of a different show, so it is really, really nice to be with you. miss out, you will see placed behind me. Now, already, can you believe we've only got an hour left of the show? 1 hour left, that's it. So now is your final opportunity to make the most of that postage and packaging you've already paid. Miss out means that I've got less, when you see this on your screen, means I've got less than 60 of the piece that I'm showing you available. So it means that you need to be picking up that phone, 0800 644 655, pressing option 1, or getting yourself on JewelleryMaker.com, getting it in your basket and checking it out your basket ASAP. Just to let you know, the Labradorite from the previous hour, the quality that is exceptional, very, very low in stock right now. So if you want to get your hands on this, it's a last chance opportunity. I've got treats coming up though, such as this stunning aquamarine. Not long to wait for this one. I'm talking 40-ish minutes. It's a great price point. We're going to be going under £30 on this sensational aquamarine. What a treat and a half. And yes, I do have the ring coming up for you too, so do stay tuned for that. Today, this evening, I am joined by the wonderful ladies who've shown us demonstration after demonstration today. I'm joined by Debbie Bulford.
Hello.
Hello, Debbie B.
That's gorgeous, isn't it? Really delicate.
Go nicer with your second kit.
It would indeed. It would indeed, yes.
It was very special indeed. And don't forget that second kit did sell out, so I'm sorry about that. But don't worry, if you did miss out on it, you got something that you can add to it. Okay, I am joined today by my wonderful team. I've got Brother Pete behind the cameras, showing us how it's done, directing me, because let's face it, he couldn't be without me for even just like one day. My director, Ollie, has followed me from the morning show. Gosh, get a life. I'm also joined today by the Late Show producer, Danny, who I've got to say is growing facial hair, ladies and gentlemen. Not for the first time, I presume. It's just he's growing it in. And also this evening, as my floor manager, I am joined by the wonderful Sam. Sam, where are you? Hey, Sam. Hey, Sam. Look at us. Gorgeous Sam there as well. So you've got the whole team for us today, and miss out. This means, are we all ready and raring to go? Have we done our stretches in the break? Brother Pete, have you?
Yeah, I always do my stretches.
You always do your stretches in the break, do you? Good, because we need to be getting ready to go. You ready for this? I'll give you a moment just to rest. I'll show you the gemstones, and then it's time to go, go, go. It's nice to take a moment, isn't it? Nice to take a breather, isn't it? Breathe in the air. Breathe out the negativity. Ladies and gentlemen, go, go, go. 0800 644 655. You have got classy elegance on your screen right now. Now, be completely honest with me. When I show you that trio, say I had a findings pack right here, you'd think that was a kit, wouldn't you? You'd think that was one of our old school kits. You know, our kind of £35 kits, if I had a findings pack with it, then it absolutely would, wouldn't it? But it's not. This is a collection that is going to give you that statement elegance, that forever time beauty. Because what I've got here, ladies and gentlemen, is 3 strands of your agate. I've got for you definitely 3 strands. Yeah, I've got 2 of the 5mm and I have got 1 of the 7mm. If you're looking online, you will just see 1 outline of each. You are definitely getting 2 of the 5mm, and that is 85 carats worth on those ones. Look at the sparkle. Isn't that just captivating? I feel a bit like Adele probably does right now at the Brits, with all of the lights popping and flashing. That is just a phenomenal look, isn't it? I've then got that big bold ones as well. 7mm. Quirky for us, can I just point out, to see these unusual sizes. Remember when we used to do the pure rounds, the pure even numbers each time? The 6s and the 8mm, for example. Well, here, we've listened to you, we've heard exactly what you've said, and we've decided to go for the slightly quirky different sizes. Why is a mil going to make a difference from, say, a 6mm and 8mm, which we used to see, and these are 5 and 7mm?
I just think they're just an unusual size to be able to, if anyone does bead weaving, to be able to have every size possible, because then you can have a really proper graduated cuff or a graduated necklace.
Love that.
You've got that in-between size, so you haven't got a big step between the next size. It's really unusual to get that size, actually.
It really is quite unusual, isn't it? And our wonderful budding beader Sue has been creating for us, and she has whipped up an absolute storm. Love the way she's used these. How unusual to be able to use those different sizes, and what a beautiful design you've got there, aren't they? So eye-catching. So I absolutely love and adore this, I really do. Given that elegance pop against the black is so statement. But again, like you said, WB, because of that gentle, unusual sizing to it, it's not over the top statement in your face. And Sue, I've got to say, I love how you've done that delicate design there, using what looks to be, to me, beading thread through this. Could be wrong, but it looks to be, I can only see a section of it. Beading thread on these, yeah, to create that gorgeous bead woven design, but actually it stands out like a pendant. It doesn't too fussy or fiddly because of the size of these. Miss it, miss out. All I basically need to do is add a findings pack to this, and I'd be used to this being a kit, but it would not be that price at all in your wildest dreams. In particular, if I drop the price like this. Ladies and gentlemen, at £15, it's an absolute deal and a half. At £15, you're getting yourself a bargain because they're all real deal gemstones. At £9.95, that's the type of prices we were doing at clearance. 3 strands at clearance price of £19.95. Yes, we all remember it. That's the type of price point we were doing. We're doing it tonight, today. Why? Because we're doing Miss It, Miss Out, and I'm getting you ready for this final hour. In Miss It, Miss Out, what am I going to be bringing to you? I'm going to be bringing you low stock opportunity, less than 60 of everything for you in that last hour. And what that basically means is you've got to be quick to the phone to get these deals. But what it also means is we've been given the AOK thumbs up, green lights on a lot of these to give you a very, very, very low price point, because we are low in stock, so we're clearing out space. Because basically, when we get a new order in, we have to have complete space in the warehouse. We have to have a total box, a box that has all of these coded up, has to be completely empty before we can fill that with something else, even if there's only one product of it. So you've got to be quick to get your hands on this whilst you can. You really, really do. £9.95. Got to move on. Hardly any of those ones left at all. Thank you, Sue, for doing us that as usual. Beautiful designs there. I'm then going to bring to you a really wonderful selection of your cabochons. Again, if you love very high-end and unusual gemstones, now your opportunity. Take a look. Oh, the feel of these is just sensational. It really is just beautiful. Look at those cabochons coming up for you right here, right now. Green opal, ladies and gentlemen. A true, real deal wonder of the earth. And you don't just get 3, look, you're getting 4. This gemstone, you're going to be looking at it and going, oh, why would they dye opal? We wouldn't really, we haven't. This is Mother Nature creating this. It's essentially to do with all of the elements that are picked up when the table of the earth raises and you get the silica-based substance collected along the way. You then get that natural raising and dropping of that table of water inside the crust of the earth, and it picks up all of these individual elements, giving this African opal a truly individual look and appeal. Green opal today, your price point for 125 carats. £19.95, but I've been told that that's where we should be. That means that we brought it to you at that price. That means that Jewellery Maker has been happy to bring it to you at that price, but now we've got a few left. We want to clear it out. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a special deal, because at £19.95 I already knew we were just a few pounds off of staff cost. At that price point, I've got a big fat smile on my face. I really have as a customer. Really, truly exceptional deal here for you. It is at £14.95. And wonderful WB is working on one of the cabs we had earlier on, and you've actually done a stunning wire wrap piece for it already. Yeah, she's already done it. How long ago were we giving that to? 20 minutes ago, was it approximately? She's already wrapped it and finished it off a design, and look at that, isn't that phenomenal? But it just goes to show you that you can do designs like this with the likes of these opal, can't you, Debbie?
Of course you can, yeah, really, really simply. I mean, that's just a really, really quick way to do a cab, and just to put it on some velvet I found in one of the drawers. But I think it's just a very, very simple. I don't think you need to be too fussy with some of these cabs.
No.
And I'd love to be able to do things that Laura does, but I haven't got the experience to do that, but I'd like to have a go at doing that. But I tend to stick to simple things. I stick within what I can do, really.
Yeah.
But I do like that. It's lovely.
I think it's just stunning. I think, wow, quick, right? The practice in wire work is paying off. £14.95 on those ones. Nice work to all of you. Not many of those left. Let's not smoothing on that now. Okay, where did you say, lovely? Bringing to you a matrix collection now. I love a matrix collection because it gives us the opportunity to work with a vast amount of quantity of things that maybe we run out of quickly. This one is clasp, so it's a definite run out of quickly. You're getting 2 different colours, and I'm going to show you the designs on each of these. Oh my gosh. Debbie Bulford, you're so good. I'm going to show you designs on each of these, and don't forget they come in 2 colours. So I'm showing you this one first. This is that bronze colour that I have here. These are some of your different designs that I've got within there. Clasps are so important, and although we can make some clasps, there are certain clasps that we just can't really replicate, and these are in many areas similar to that. Let me hold that there for you. Could do that. Oh, that's good. You've got a lot of detail in here. You've got a lot of substantial metal in here, because at the heart of each of these you have got that copper core, and that means that it has got a memory to it, it has got a movement to it. I'm going to swap those around. But it also means that you've got the opportunity there for a lot of strength. So you know that you can wear this day out, you can take it off, you can pop it off at night time, you can use these day in, day out, and you know that it's still going to be sturdy, still going to stay in place, and you know it's unlikely to be kind of dropping off your neckline. You also know that due to the quality of it, you're unlikely to get any scratchy or itchy bits, which is great with these. Those are your individual designs. Look at those different designs with very simple designs, with ones that are kind of textured, with some that have almost got a gizmo coil around them, with very simplistic ones with that high shine look. But also, don't forget for me, you don't just get them in this colour. You get the same design, and I do need to remind you that you're getting 4 of each of these designs. You do get that same design, 4 of each, but in a different colour. I'm going to get one out for you now. Described it as black. It's like a gunmetal colour. It's absolutely phenomenal. Look, here it is. Look at the beauty in that. So you're getting those designs, again, 4 of each, but in a different colour. Your price point today for your Matrix collection, £19.95, but this is a miss out price point I'm about to do, okay? This price point we should not be doing. We had to get the A-OK from management on this. We're bringing this down in finding prices to under 30p per one. £14.95 for you today. We've taken this down to about 28p per finding. Some of these you couldn't even make yourself. Some of these you couldn't even recreate with the amount of strength and detail that goes onto these. That is a very special price point. And as you said, it's something that we look at the back of a clasp, you know, the clasp detail, at about 28p each. What do you think of these?
I think they're essential. I mean, you cannot, I know I say this all the time like a broken record, but you could never have enough findings. You can never have enough findings. And if you get in the middle of a design and you run out, you just lose your mojo completely, and you don't ever go back to it.
No, never.
And it's nice to have the different colours, because 9 times out of 10, you'll have your gemstones and you'll think, do you know, I want something just in between the gold and the silver and the antique bronze. I just want something a little bit different. It's nice to have a different look.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
And just to remind you, you do get the box with this as well, so an added little kind of extra there for you. Well done to all of you who is getting your hands on that today. A real treat and a half. Okay, I'm about to bring you something which I can't see it. Tell me again. I thought so. I'm about to bring you something which I have to say I have not yet had the privilege to bring you. Oh my gosh, this is absolutely properly exciting. Oh my gosh, I love it. You're not going to be able to see this. I'm almost positive. Okay. Black Matrix Opal. Black Matrix Opal, what do you get? You get a completely and absolutely opaque gemstone generally, and you get the opportunity, but not a given, to get pinfire. I have got pinfire in some of these. It is absolutely exquisite. I have my fingers crossed that you can see it, but I doubt it. Oh, I really hope you can. Take a little look at this opal. No, you can't. I knew it. You have got in here A stunning, stunning black matrix opal here. Every single one of these individual. Why have we never had black matrix opal before? It's something which we looked for getting our hands on around about 2.5 years ago. We wanted to get our hands on it around about 2.5 years ago, and essentially our offer that we got upon it fell through. They demanded a higher price point from us. That happens sometimes, in particular, you know, at auction and things. When you go to an auction, the closing price is the closing price. But if you've just kind of done oh yeah, we'll get that from you at so and so a date, they can change their mind if demand goes up, and that's exactly what happened. So it was about 2.5 years ago that we tried to get this gemstone for you in this guise. We've only just now been able to get our hands on it, and we were able to get this at a very, very exceptional price point. Why is it so sought after? Well, the gem itself is the African variety, and as you know, not a huge amount of our opals on the market are gotten from that location. And also for the fact that with this, you get all of that, not just chance and opportunity of light burst through this, which I have got in Pinfire, but also you get those elements of interest, almost that starry night detail, which, as you know and I know, opal tends not to do that. Opal tends to be pretty pure in its tone, its saturation percentage wise, so it's gorgeous to be able to have this. I've literally got from 0% tone to 100% tone in every single one of these. Very unique and individual gemstone. It's taken us years to get it. I've got my last few now. Ladies and gentlemen, totally natural opal. Your price point today. Now that is exactly why we waited. We did not get offered anywhere near a price point of that 2.5 years ago that we would have been able to recreate that. The price point that we were offered, now I cannot remember the exact price point that I was told, but I know that it would have been around the £50 mark. I know that I was looking at around about double that when we got that previous offer. Now that is an exceptional deal for something very individual and unique. What do you think of this gemstone, please?
Beautiful. It just looks stunning. It's like a starry night, doesn't it? It's
yes.
Absolutely beautiful. It would look lovely with these cabochons actually that I've just wrapped. Would go together really, really well. It's
so
just something really different. It's nice even for collectors or myself or anybody to have something that's a bit different.
Yeah.
To have something that's completely different.
To have a bit of a connoisseur collection.
Yeah, this is where the certificates of authenticity would be good to keep.
Oh, yeah, very good to keep. Yeah, good shout on that, Debbie B. Just speak to the call centre. It's only 25p to get that authenticity. I'm just looking at the kind of fire in some of these. It is just phenomenal. Can you sort of can you see it there? Now, it's so hard, obviously, because if you look exactly where that opalescence is happening, right at the top here, there's also a big beam of light hitting it, isn't there? Because of the lights in the studio. You're just going to have to trust me on this. You really are. Yeah, there's red on the ones next to it. There's greens, there's blues, there's pinks. It's a phenomenal strand. Very, very scarce and very rare opportunity now. £24.95. I love that so much. Okay, where did you say, sorry, my love? Emerald. Ooh. Ruby. Ah. Sapphire. We're ticking all the boxes here, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, everybody, a miss out opportunity yet again. If you want to get your hands on this, my quantity is looking low. Ladies and gentlemen, I've got just under 40 now, just under 40. Ruby, Emerald and Sapphire, three of the big names in the gemstone world. I've got your highest priced conundrum, I've got your possibly most famed conundrum, and I've also got that exceptional quality beryl. I've got every single colour you could hope for actually in a strand like this and more. I would say if I said to you, oh, you've got an Emerald, Ruby and Sapphire strand, you would expect to see the three base colours, but boy oh boy do you have more than that. You even have the fancy sapphire within here, which is just exceptional. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, heading towards my last chance saloon now. Your price point today on this, ladies and gentlemen, £23.95, but not for your last 40. We want to bring this to you at a very, very mischievous price point, working out at 66 pence per carat. That is a huge price drop for you. When do you ever get to pay 66p per carat on an emerald, ruby or sapphire?
Never, never. I mean, you know, I keep going back to that lady, Heather, who had the necklace valued. Do you remember?
I do.
And she was just stunned at the value of her necklace. And ever since I've seen her with that necklace, every time I look at these strands, I think, yes, that's good value.
Yeah.
I mean, I would just make that into just a stacker bracelet. Just a simple bracelet, and just so you can see it. It's so beautiful. but do go and have it valued. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think people would be astounded.
I think you're absolutely right. I think so. Get it valued and let us know. Hey, Susie. Oh, Becky, it's so lovely to turn on and see you this chilly eve. Looking gorgeous, as always. Hiya, everyone. Oh, stop it. I know it's nice to see you as well. It's lovely to see you all this evening. Hope you have a nice day. It is brisk, isn't it?
Just a bit. Very nice though. Nice and sunny earlier. Very nice.
Yeah. I quite like that. I quite like that. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me today. And thank you to you as well. Show you what is, again, sorry, Poppet, the wind again. Ring! Oh, sorry. What? Open a window. The ring. Look at this ring I've got on. That is just exceptional, isn't it? I've got this gorgeous ring coming for you. I like it just like that. You could buy a peridot to put inside it as well. I've got loads of treats coming up for you. Oh, you said my pick next, didn't you? Oh no, I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I know you said my pick, but I can't cope with pressure like that, Danny. I really can't. There's so much pressure. Oh, what about number 9? No. Yeah, oh, yeah, I do like that, actually. Yeah. 8 o'clock box number 9, Danny. This is where I get to pick. It's basically like when you just get to kind of do someone else's job for them. Oh, look at this. Birthstone kit selection, ladies and gentlemen. That is just exquisite. I mean, just imagine, you know, that kind of look. That's kind of the look you're going to get later on. I have got for you here a stunning peridot, the quality of which is vibrant. Look at all of those golden tones running through this. That is exceptional. I've also got, look, we haven't skimped on this. We haven't just cut the back off. Look, I've even got that Culet detail on here, which is in case it's enclosed in that 925 sterling silver. That is phenomenal. Now, I know this says birthstone kit, but don't let that put you off. Don't think, oh, no, it's not my birthstone. I can't purchase it. It doesn't matter if you're not an August baby. This, for me, is just a necklace set. It's just a necklace set. In fact, maybe even more. You're also getting 925 sterling silver chain with this, and I mean a hefty amount of it. Look at that beautiful link detail. These individual ovals that do link in. Now, they don't nest in together like the chains that you'll be used to seeing. And what that means is you get a really, really substantial look and a beautiful articulation. It doesn't get stuck, which some of those designs can if they're too neatly and knitted together. Really pretty detail on those. And also, to make it into a necklace, you're going to want your jump rings and your clasp, aren't you? So I've got all of those jump rings in here. Loads of them, 5 of them in total. I've got a 925 clasp going on there for you, and it's, oh sorry, 6 of the jump rings. And look, anyone for a bit of breakfast? Because that's what it looks like to me, doesn't it? Not literal breakfast, that was me hinting towards a designer. You have got 925 collection here. It's a necklace making kit and more. Your price point today, ladies and gents. Just £21.95. I'm so chuffed I picked this one for you. At that price point, that is phenomenal. I mean, even just for all of these findings in 925, that is very, very special. Even just, you know, your 925 collection with the likes of this pretty heart is astonishing. But I'm rolling it. £14.95 for you today on this one. This is a miss it, miss out, ladies and gentlemen. Heading towards, well, last chance saloon on this one now. If you want to get your hands on that epic quality, this is a great treat for you. This is the type of thing that I would be purchasing actually for the likes of some of the kids I work with, or possibly maybe even my great niece. Maybe even my great niece to be able to make with these. That would be just phenomenal. It'd be a great pairing to kind of get someone in the mood for jewellery making, to get someone started, as it were. I think so. Anyway, loads of you coming through for this one, and I'm not surprised at all. That is very, very special indeed. Birthstone 925 sterling silver necklace kit. You're getting 10 pieces in total. Bear in mind for me, this massive heart is classed as one piece. And also bear in mind for me, it was one of my best friend's birthdays the weekend just gone. I was working, so I couldn't go, but I did get asked to kind of pitch in for a gift. There's a big group of us So we pitched in for a gift. So we pitched in for this gift, and it was a well-known bracelet maker that had a heart on it with information of where to return said piece. It was a stretchy bracelet, and it had one heart and loads of spacer beads, basically. They weren't gemstones, they were just spacer beads. £125, ladies and gentlemen. I wasn't best chuffed to have to put money towards it, I'll be honest, because I was just like, what? I could literally make about 12 of those at work and still make money on it. But I didn't. I swallowed and I took a breath. But it just goes to show you that realistically, when you get quality like this at that price point, you've got a very, very special deal indeed. You really do. And the gemstone in there too. Just phenomenal. Okay, everybody, you like the ring? Stop by. I'll be honest with you, we were at that slide slightly longer then because we've lost something, and Pete just went, "You've not dropped it in your brew again, have you?" So I just had to take an extra long swig of this. It's definitely not at the bottom of my mug. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you were watching about 2 hours ago because I showed you this ring and it had a stunning peridot in it. When I went over to the lovely Debbie B, I took the ring, the gemstone out and popped it into a little glass pot here. Since then, nobody knows where it's gone. So I'm going to be completely and absolute... Where is it? It's like, where's Wally, but where's peridot? I'll be honest with you, we've lost it. I know, you think we're ridiculous. It slightly is. It's probably in one of these pots somewhere at the back or possibly somewhere else. But luckily, we've already got a picture, a recording of the gemstone. So what I'm about to show, look at that. So it's that gemstone to be going in with this ring. I did show you them together earlier, but since then, times have changed, ladies and gentlemen, and it has gone walkies. I'm going to blame the borrowers, because it's nicer than blaming myself or Brother Pete. So I've got, ladies and gents, that stunning Shanghai peridot that fits perfectly within this stunning ring. Oh, this cocktail ring is just absolutely beautiful, isn't it? I've never seen the design like this. Yeah, okay, I've seen the design with maybe 2 or 3 of the topaz along down the sides, down the shoulders, but never like this. That to me is a statement cocktail ring. That, for me, is a statement cocktail ring. Look at that crown detail you've got basing around this. Look at that massive amount of silver you've got there. This isn't a little hairline fracture of silver, is it? This is a big, bold statement piece of silver. Not only is that going to be giving you a really, really beautiful kind of shine and gleam, but the touch is phenomenal. Even if I bend this slightly, you can see the amount we've got there at the bottom. And that means that when you put this on your finger, which I have, I've had this on all evening, you've seen me, all evening I've had this on, it just feels divine. Ladies and gentlemen, your information is now on screen. It's a size 7, that's an N2, an N to O. I forgot the alphabet for a moment. That's an N to O, ladies and gentlemen, on this ring, and you will be getting it as a pair. Now, I do want to remind you of that because a lot of you may well be thinking, right, like we do with most things, you buy the ring and then you get the peridot. No, they come as a pair. That means people on the web, the price you're seeing is the price for both of them. You don't have to now go, oh, okay, I'll buy the ring mount and then I'll get the gemstone. And we've done that quite a bit recently, haven't we? We've given you a collection of like 3 gemstones to choose from, and then you know, you bought a ring shank and maybe matched it with one of them. This is coming as a pair, so yes, web bidders, the price you're seeing is the price you're getting, and that does include Shanghai peridot. Shanghai peridot, one of the top locations in the earth to get your hands on this sensational gemstone. Shanghai peridot is a peridot from China. Shanghai Peridot gives you two very, very intense primary colours in the sense of artistry and camera work. So you get the camera work primary colour of the green, and you get the artistry primary colour of yellow running throughout the Shanghai. You can see that actually on the recording. You see how you get an area that is very, very pure green, almost a forestry green, and then it turns into like a meadow with like sunlight upon it, like a golden hue almost. That's what you get from Shanghai Peridot. We are so picky on our Shanghai Peridot. I just have to tell you that. I showed you numerous times, used to show you little videos about Steve actually going and speaking to the mine owner about exactly how important the quality of Shanghai Peridot is for us. We actually only accept the top 10% of Peridot from that mine. That's how close we are with the mine owner. That is absolutely, absolutely exceptional. Someone's texting, have you tried the gem picky up tool? Great advice, but it is a different one. This is the one from the bracelet before, but I'll be honest, I did just get a little leap of excitement, man. I did get a little leap of excitement. Good thought. This is a stunning, stunning ring, and it does come with that peridot as well. Let's just say, if you were watching 2 hours ago, you will have seen it, and you lot are probably the ones coming in. If not, don't worry, I'm going to make it up to you, your price point. I'm going to be completely honest with you again. I don't like to sit here and go, oh, we don't want to show it you with the peridot because of make something up that makes it sound smart. I prefer to just say, listen, I've lost it. I might find it at the end of my brew. I might not. I'd also prefer to say to you, do you know what? We've lost it. We're Muppets. I don't know. I say we as like more of a me. Right, Pete? guys, this is where we're all meant to go. No, stop it, it's me. Pete's just walking away. So basically, we're just saying, really sorry, what a mess up. And we've taken it down to $11.95. I'll be honest with you, it wasn't anything that we discussed. It wasn't anything that we talked about before. £11.95 is our way of saying sorry. We weren't going to do that price, I'll be completely straight with you, but we absolutely are today. I do not mind telling you at all for a moment that on a previous sister channel, myself and my producer was being a bit nosy earlier on, and we wanted to see the price of Shanghai with a little bit of topaz. Go-to price point, we were looking at £30. If not higher, depending on carat weight. And that just goes to show you that you know, that previous sister channel is known for amazing prices, but it's also known for taking out the middleman. We've taken out the middleman again because we've not even got anyone to put this together. We've got you to do that, so you're saving yourself a mammoth amount of money. $11.95 for this. Debbie B, you did see it when I had the peridot in it.
But you know, I like it like that. Truly, I think that looks lovely just like that. I have a topaz ring at home that's set into gold, and everyone always comments what a lovely diamond it is because it's so clear.
Yeah.
And it does look like a solitaire diamond, but it obviously isn't. But that is just stunning. It really is beautiful.
Very special indeed. And I've got to say, ladies and gentlemen, a great deal. Don't forget, everybody pays that same price. I adore that. And I'll be honest with you, I would just wear it like this.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Really would. And well done, everybody. Okay, I'm about to bring you another little bit of an essential, and this is a crimp bead cover. Debbie B, this is why you are so wonderful. You literally can see my eyes just glance at somewhere, and then you go, oh, she needs that. I've got, look, rose gold colours as well. Oops. 925 crimp bead covers. Now we have not, we were talking about these earlier when we had some on. We hardly ever see crimp bead covers at all. And today we've had 2 sets on. Previously I had the copper, and now I've got the 925. Don't forget, 925 at the base of these. What is that? It talks about the silver. It's 92.5% silver. Okay, so it's real deal stunning silver. And then over the top of it, you get that beautiful rose gold. They look like little sea ships at the moment, which they absolutely are. All you have to do though is kind of nibble the little mouth bit, the open bit together. Sorry. Oh, nibble the little open mouth section together and it makes a really beautiful spacer. It makes a really beautiful round, a really lovely bead. Because it's got that precious metal as well, you're obviously bringing up very much the value of your pieces, in particular in comparison to copper. We're bringing to you a massive 100 pieces of these today. That's 10 grams worth, ladies and gentlemen, of precious metal. So at £16.95, that is a deal and a half. We hardly ever see these. We don't get to see rose gold 925 as a general rule that much anyway. And at £16.95, that is a deal and a half because we don't get to see these. Look how much it makes that gorgeous aquamarine pop that I have coming up for you later. Guaranteed you, I'll be bringing it to you for under £30, ladies and gentlemen. Those go beautifully together, don't they, because of that gentle kind of pink tone. We don't get to see rose gold that often, let alone with 925. And I'm not just talking about here. I'm really not just talking about here. Doing my research around and trying to have a little look online for things like this. Very difficult to see indeed. £16.95. Absolutely phenomenal deal for you there. Okay, where are we rolling to? We're going over to da 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 da. You ready? Enjoy. Take a little look. That is so eye-catching. What I've got with this, ladies and gentlemen, is a diamond naturally faceted by Mother Nature. That is so eye-catching, isn't it? I've got with this that beautiful, deep, rich, foreboding black backdrop with the absolute stunning sparkle and shine and scintillation as the light hits its surface. Every one of these is faceted by Mother Nature. Now, what does that mean? Well, it means that we do have lapidarists and gemstone artists and gemstone cutters who are absolutely more than happy to be able to shape and facet beautiful gemstones like this. But with this one, we've decided not to. We've decided to leave this naturally faceted by Mother Nature. And I kind of like that because I know that diamond isn't something known for kind of its difference, kind of its uniqueness. You know, if I bring you an opal or a jasper, we'll talk about how excitingly different they all are. You don't tend to do that with a diamond, do you? But you do with this strand. Every single one faceted by Mother Nature in that truly captivating way. And it really is, I'll be honest, when I'm talking, I'm mainly staring at that screen there, which has just got this picture upon it, because it's so eye-catching, it truly is. Diamond, it's something we aspire to own. No longer your price point today, ladies and gentlemen. £24.95. We don't have to sit back and hope and cross our fingers and wish and wish and wish that one day someone might purchase us a diamond. At £24.95 today, you have got yourself an absolutely exceptional deal. You can do so much with these. If you've got the likes of, featherweight head pins, for example, or even just use the cord they're on. If you wanted to maybe do something somehow, I'm sure you lot are kind of more creative than I at home, but imagine doing something with these maybe in the centre of them. That'd look nice, wouldn't it? Being able to have those in there, maybe creating a back to this and popping those in. Obviously, you'd have to keep them in place, but this is a stunning look. I've got for you a beautiful naturally faceted diamond. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, not a massive quantity of these ones left at all, I'm being told, unsurprisingly, because at £24.95, I'm expecting that price for, I don't know, a selection of quartz cabs. Great price for a selection of quartz cabs, but you would never pair that with a diamond, would you? Okay, I've got hardly any of the next one. Well done to everyone. That is the last few on that one, I can tell you that for nothing. This next one I'm about to show you is this month's birthstone, and I've got to say for you, ladies and gentlemen, if you want it, you've got to be super duper quick. So low in stock. If you fancy getting your hands on this Zambian-esque amethyst, now's your opportunity. 0800 644 655 is so intense. I mean, I would actually say that this would be a Zambian at first glance. It's not described as that, but I would say that because when I'm looking at it, I've got that pink and lilac, and I've got the richness to it as well. At £6.95, this is about to sell out of the door, okay? You've got to be quick on this. It is. Is anyone else surprised that I've only got 15 of these left at that price point? Because I am most certainly not. When I first purchased purchased myself with my own hands an amethyst ring. It was the first thing that I purchased, piece of jewellery for myself. For one individual piece of amethyst, £165 in a ring. Still got it now. Love it, adore it. But I tell you what, I would prefer to get this amount for that price point. £6.95 for you today is a stunning, stunning price point. It really is. I just love the kind of look to this, the kind of detail to this. I think it's just so eye-catching. And I've got to show you, if you don't mind, imagine it alongside something like this to do kind of a vintage garden. What do you think? It's kind of a vintage garden detail, isn't it? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so close to selling out on the amethyst there. Really close to selling out on that, which is why it made me do that ooh noise, like something off of The Secret Life of the Zoo. I don't know if you've been watching that brilliant program. These are your pyrite carved flowers, ladies and gentlemen, and look at how eye-catching they are. So much texture, every single one individually hand carved, so you are going to get a different look. See how the petals on this one's slightly more open than say on the likes of this one? Hardly any of these ones left. Last chance saloon now, 150 carats were totally natural. Your price point today, £11.95, and you're getting a mammoth amount of these. I think for rings, perfect. For cufflinks, amazing. Centre of bracelet pieces, they're just so eye-catching in themselves. We don't get pieces like this on. Oh, we are dropping the price on it, are we? Okay. £7.95. Now, you've seen plenty of things like this.
Yeah.
Is that the price point you'd normally connotate with it?
No, not really, because I see them as little buttons. I mean, they make really pretty buttons, and they are really expensive in the shops, buttons these days. But they would look fabulous as on a hair comb, wouldn't they, for little girls? Or embroidered onto a hairband or something. They are so pretty, and the amount of work's gone into that to carve every one.
So
amazes me.
So long to do. £7.95, don't mind if I do. How about, as in one of the rarest gemstones in the world to its collection, that is not a normal tourmaline strand.
That is stunning. That is lovely. I love those sort of strands that everyone is different. I think it's gorgeous.
Wow.
Oh, it's lovely.
Now, if I was to rename this, I would rename this Pantone 2016 strand.
I was about to say, actually, perfect for this year. Absolutely perfect.
Tourmaline, when you get multicoloured tourmaline, you're not normally expecting these almost baby colours.
No,
it's like this was made for this year.
Absolutely.
That is a sensational strand. Tourmaline's a very interesting one. Very rarely do we get it from Afghanistan. That's because the quality of it is so high, it's usually snapped up by Asia pretty much instantly. We have not bought from this location in a very long time. So astonishing to be able to have it back. What I've got for you here is one of those gemstones that no one actually understands the rarity of. I would say here at Jewellery Maker, I would say we've become very... it's just tourmaline, is it? Because we made a very sensible purchase a fair few years ago, whereby us and our sister channels at the time went in together and bought one of the biggest parcels of all time that we've ever bought. We actually went in and bought it as a group, which again isn't something we tend to do. But we did it a good few years ago. I mean, it was before I was here, so about 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago. We went in together and bought this huge parcel. And then basically kind of divvied it up, used it in different guises, kept some back to do a different design, to keep some back again, to use it for something else, to blah, blah, blah. So we basically had this selection of it for absolutely years and years and years. We bought such a massive amount of it. We are, you know, we got to the end of that sort of a fair few months ago, which is why you're seeing less and less tourmaline. Tourmaline for me used to be something I could bring to you once a day, maybe once every other day. Now I'm lucky if I get to bring it to you once every 3 weeks, realistically. So it's something we're seeing less and less. I don't want anyone to become nonchalant about the fact that tourmaline is extremely rare. We just made a very sensible, in my opinion, purchase of a very rare gemstone when we got a great offer and a great deal on it. And as soon as we did that, Steve Bennett, who was CEO, was getting offers and people asking left, right and centre, could they purchase some of this tourmaline off him at a way higher price point than we'd paid, and basically he said no to every single one of them, apart from close friends like the likes of Glenn Lira. But other than that, we kept all of it. We came to the end of that a few months ago, so what we've got now is new, fresh batch, but we don't have a lot of it. Get it whilst you can. Tourmaline, your price point today. £19.95 today. I mean, that price point for tourmaline is exceptional, and it is one of those gems that you would not normally expect to be able to see at this amount of quantity. It's really, really not. I mean, when we kind of went and had a little look at this with when Steve went to buy the big amount that we got a fair few years ago, I showed you pictures of him with these huge on wheels kind of little trucks, but mammoth, kind of like the you'd see in kind of olden day films where you get the 2 people on a train track doing that on the side. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, like one of those. Full of rough coming up to the top, and basically it's a picture of him stood beside it, and the amount of that came out of that was tiny, palms worth of gemstone. So you go through so much rough to get tiny amount of this. Hello, lovely Victoria. I bought this tourmaline strand last week and it's beautiful. And now I have 2. Hello, my lovely Cheshire lady. I've just come down from you this afternoon. Congratulations on both purchases. See, that is great for Victoria to say it. She loved it the first time. She loves it so much so she's got herself another one. Congratulations to you and others. Great deal there. £19.95 for you today. How do you feel about a bit of summer specials? Stop by. It is just captivating to be able to bring you a gemstone, which I know we've mentioned Pantone a lot today. I'm just going to really quickly tell you exactly what that is, because I would say, again, this is one of Pantone's choice colours. Pantone, essentially a body, a company, a group who will bring out colour palettes for a year that will be copied and mimicked by the likes of huge fashion houses, by the likes of homeware designers. You will see these colours creeping into your house and your wardrobe within the next few months. And I've got to tell you, I'm absolutely over the moon with this year's colours. I really am. I think they're all very, very dainty, very, very beautiful. And this is one of the 2 main colours of the year. First year it has been for Pantone to bring out 2 colours. Last year, we'll know the main colour was the Masala. It lasts throughout the year, doesn't it? Masala, that really, really deep maroon. This year, 2 colours for the first time I'm aware of, with that rose quartz colour, a very gentle pink, and this type of colour, Serenity. This very calming, neutralising, relaxing colour is going to be creeping into your homeware, creeping into your wardrobe. So I would say get it in your jewellery box right here, right now, so that you know you've got something to last you fashion-wise right through to 2017. The sooner you get it, the sooner you work with it, the sooner you make with it, the longer you've got it whilst it's still in fashion, if that makes sense. This is your rose quartz, and when you think of rose quartz, I think lots of different things spring to mind. I'd love to know, Debbie Bulford, when I talk about aquamarine, like this, what does aquamarine kind of bring to mind for you?
It's my birthstone, so I absolutely love it. It just makes me smile. I think it's a very clean gemstone. I can't explain that. It's very clean and fresh. I know what you mean. When you look at it and you wear it, and it just feels summery. It just lightens your mood, I think. Yeah. But on that particular strand, I'm amazed how many gemstones are on there. There are loads on there, and even the smallest ones actually are quite substantial. I think I would still use those as a single one as a pendant. on a nice silver chain or a rose gold chain. I think they're substantial enough to use as a single item. Don't you?
I agree, which is really special and not something we always get to say
No.
with something like this.
No, because we automatically think especially with the designers, if you've got a strand, we've got to use them all together and make something really sort of with impact.
Yeah.
But actually just take one of them, just take one and just put them onto a chain and they just look stunning. They really do.
It's quality like this that the graphics are coming in now, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to get your hands on this, now's your opportunity. Brand spanking new strand of this aquamarine. It's quality like this that we're used to seeing in the likes of the Tiffany Blue Book, and they do simplistic designs, don't they?
They do. If you part all of those and you just put one in front of you and you just look at one gemstone, you appreciate the work that's gone into it and how beautiful they are. When they're on a strand like that, you get a bit bemused by them all, but just look at each individual one and I think it's stunning.
Yeah, and they are sensational. Something else that's sensational is going to be the price point. You ready for this? I promised you under 35, didn't I? I meant it. Price point today. Actually under £20 by a big chalk. £14.95 at under £35. This is exceptional, Debbie. I'm so sorry what I'm about to say, but I just had a little giggle at your face then. Because you sort of pull this really bemused and confused face all at once with a cheeky smirk thrown in.
Well, it's a fantastic price, isn't it? But I think sometimes we just, as we always say, we just get a bit blasé, don't we, about the gemstones here, and we forget exactly what we're handling. And it is a beautiful strand of gemstones. They're not plastic, they're not acrylic.
No.
And for that price, somebody sat for hours and faceted those, and well, amazing.
And Mother Nature has done every single one of these herself. And I love that you get different areas in this. I'm not going to sit here and go, oh, every single one of them is totally clear. Some of them, they're all actually translucent at least, but some of them have got more light going through than others. I love that the colour isn't actually completely even over all the top of them. Why? Well, because it's natural. If I wanted to make all of these the same colour, then I could with the help of a bit of heat and a bit of colour in, but I don't want to. I'm happy that Mother Nature has done this. And yes, one or two of them do have inclusions. I'm not going to lie about that. One or two of them have got a few markings, have got a bit of internal inclusions within them, but A, it's not all of them, and B, it tells you that they're natural and people know they're the real deal, and C, it's reflected in the price. I mean, aquamarine on our website right now at the £60 mark, is that going to have inclusions like this? Probably not, but I tell you what, not everyone can afford the £60 mark on something like this. Get the statement of the gemstone in your collection and enjoy it for what it is. Real deal, natural aquamarine, an absolute bargain price point, £14.95. Well done, everyone. I'm going to do a really quick recap for you because we did have a handful or two of these left, and I just wanted to really quickly give you a little shout of this sensational labradorite. Labradorite, spectralite, whatever you really want to call it. I've got something that is so eye-catching in its beauty. Golds, purples, golds. I've already said that. Oh goodness. Golds, purple and golds. Golds, purples, blues and teals I've got here for you. So, even pinky tones actually. Got so many different colours in this. It really is captivating. And again, at £14.95. What a deal and a half. I want to show you them together if I may, because I think they just work. And I think that labradorite will work really well with the cabochon we gave to you as well, Debbie Bulford.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you get that gorgeous flash under the surface.
You do. It's a similar
your
sort
cabs.
of phenomenon, isn't it? It's lovely. I love that. Yeah. Like the fact when you look at, you can't really see it in here, but I do like the fact that when you put the light, it just has these copper flashes across. It's beautiful.
It is hard to see under these lights, isn't it? Because it's so highly polished. But honestly, get those ones home. We got 4 of those for you in a collection, and they work so well with that copper. I love how you've done that. I'm walking on over to you now, Debbie B.
Oh, you know.
Oh, nice. Okay, let's stand on up. Way overspin. Hello, everybody. I'm heading on over to Debbie B now to have a little look at this beautiful piece that she's created with the, oh, I love that copper light dioxide we did earlier on. Thank you for this evening, Debbie B. When are you with us next?
Next Thursday, I am on think it's a mid show, I'm not sure. Morning or mid.
Do you live here, Debbie Bulford?
Yes,
yes,
think
you
I
do.
Keep me in a cupboard and get me out whenever they want.
Bless you. Okay, fab. Well, we will keep our ears peeled for you. I need to go to bed. We will keep our ears and eyes peeled for you, Debbie B. Just let you know, those are the cabochons on your screen right now at £5.95. And honestly, the inclusions underneath the surface are amazing. Lovely. Thank you so much for watching us over the last 4 hours. I had a fabulous time with you. Join me tomorrow for my final morning show with the wonderful Alison Tarry. Have a very safe evening. We'll see you very soon.